And welcome to the show, folks. Alright. So, first of all, I'm not sure what Groovy Jimmy is talking about at all because, well, it makes absolutely no coherent sense. But, this is what people do. Alright. You should be hearing those sound effects. I can't on my end right now. But you should be able to hear them. Alright. Like I said, I'm going to have to start working on this other platform as well on here. Meaning other channel. Like I said, I need to get two sources of income going here. Like I said, right now my goal is to get over that $100 threshold before the end of the month. They like to play games, so like they'll make it look like you didn't get there when you did. So I'm trying to make sure that I get over that total before the end of the month. Today is July 28th, right? So like I said, it's about 1 a.m. So I mean about 1:10 a.m. So I mean. There's 31 days in this month, so that should be all of today, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. That should be 4 days, okay? And again, you have to understand, all of this is temporary constructs. It has been the entire time. And in the meanwhile, I've built an entire empire. So again, everything that Groovy Jimmy is actively talking about right now, yes, I was just listening. Again, I do my research, and I listen. And it's just crazy to me how many folks want to make up that they're in my position, but they're nowhere close to my position. You know, so again, I don't understand what the purpose is. I don't know how I didn't get the memo that, you know, we're all supposed to get on social media and just completely lie. But nonetheless, that's 100% what I'm hearing and what's happening, you know, and it's definitely getting kind of old. So I mean, that's basically, you know, the public's position. That's the position of all these folks, is that they've admitted and acknowledged that they're just going to keep lying and they're just going to make up stories because they can't deal with reality. Great plan, you know, because that's worked so well in history. I mean, you know, I mean, it's never worked. It never will. I mean, that's literally the cop-out, and it's bowing out. And if anything, it's giving me what I want. You know, so these folks know a little hint of my power. They don't actually understand it. And because most of them are narcissists, because social media and all the programming has programmed these folks to be more narcissistic, they're after power. So I think a lot of them just wish that they were in my shoes, in my position, because I have a lot of power. Because of the power I hold in the street, because of the power I hold, you know, even concerning these companies, restaurants, corporate America, the power that I hold just in the world. I mean, the power I hold on, you know, your block and your local, you know, bodega and ghetto and hood. I have a lot of power that's real and tangible, and I've attained. Right? So, and it's just so crazy to me because I was never after power the entire time. I'm not a guy who's power hungry. I'm not looking for power. It's just sometimes when you're just that strong, I think that power is just something that you naturally have, and I think that it's all God-given power, and I give all credit and glory to God, just like I do for everything I accomplish and everything I set out to do, and every time I accomplish my goals. Reading and download just came out, Divine Confirmation. It said you made the right decision, right, with right in bold, you know, letters. So I mean, I told you I'm not making mistakes. I have to be very clever and smart about how I move and how I do things. Okay, again, I mean, all these folks could have let me know what it was, and as usual, their position is not one of strength, and nobody told me what the game was. So me personally, what I've seen and I can't designate anymore is just, it's me by myself, and you've got, like I said, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, and it's just me. and I'm dolo by myself, and I'm not only holding my own, but I'm winning. I'm not just surviving, but I'm thriving, and I'm flourishing, right? So like I said, I pay for everything. I pay for all of it, just like I pay for my hotspot that I'm streaming on right now. I pay for everything. I facilitate the environment. I do what any woman would want, what you would think they would want, but none of us know what women want anymore because they're so confusing, right? But I mean, I provide, I do what I need to do, and I'm on top of all my responsibilities. Like I said, I have the steel armor suit. I believe I have 6 bikes in inventory still. They all need to be fixed. I think maybe about 1 or 2 of them, it might just be the wheels. So I could literally purchase some inner tubes. I just don't feel like spending any money. Like I said, now I actually have a little bit of change. I think it's crazy because I'm pretty positive I probably have more money to my name right now than Groovy Jimmy and individuals like that. But they just continue to make up stories. I mean, now he's saying he makes $50,000 a year when, he was just washing dishes trying to copy my hustle. It's just crazy, the fact that everything I do that's tangible and real, you've got all these folks kind of, there's only one expression to say it, and I'll just say that they all want to mimic what I'm doing. So I've set the standard, but because they can't put in the hard work to get there and really do it for real, they want to make up the story. So they're using the words and they're speaking and saying that they've accomplished what I have and they're doing what I'm doing, but none of them are coming close. So, he doesn't make $50,000 a year. We all know that. That's just common sense. Just like these dudes that was talking and they were acting. I mean, these dudes, this individual this is someone completely different. But he was really acting. I mean, he almost had me fooled. I mean, he was really acting like he was it. So that's my thing. I mean, when you're acting with people, you have to understand people are human beings, right? No, human beings react, they respond. And, like I said, you gotta, whatever you say, it is what it is, right? So I don't have to spell it out, So that's the thing, it's kind of like with the Rap of the Game and Rosemo 700. If you actually look up the incident and everything that happened, the Rap of the Game was running around with a pink mohawk. And I give it to the Game. He's a fairly tough dude. He's been in a lot of stuff. I've been in a lot more, and like I said, I can continue to add to that, and I have no qualms about it. It's what I do. Like I said, I've always been the enforcer. I'm the enforcer of divine law. I get busy. Like I said, I'm not much of a talker, and like I said, this is what I do. This is in my lineage, in my DNA. My father was the same way before me, and, John Beale Sneed was definitely built like that, and you can look up the history on Google. And this is my direct ancestor, and look at what he did in Fort Worth, okay? Real talk. Look at what he did in Fort Worth and his history and what he did in that hotel lobby, okay? And he wore a disguise when he did what he did. So it's like, you can't tell me that I'm not the prophecy and I'm not the legend, because think about that. Wore a disguise. Now, what does Batman wear? He wears a mask. He wears a disguise. So see, this stuff has been happening. This has been in my lineage this whole time, and y'all didn't even know. I was chosen. I'm the actual legend and the prophecy. It's biblical prophecy. So every breath I breathe, every step I take is biblical prophecy. Right? So, that's all I'm saying. I just think at some point that folks should give credit where credit's due. I think that folks should stop lying so much. Lying is not good for you, just like gossip. Every time you gossip, it literally lowers your immunity. But like I said, more power to you. If you all want to continue to be backwards and do what you do, go ahead, but look at the positions you're in. Just like these dudes that, like I said, was pretending that they was something they wasn't, that was your choice. And, last I checked, you're still in the same position. See, I'm not in your position. I'm on a cloud of judgment, literally. I don't even have to come around these folks, that's the thing. I could go right back. I can show up wherever I want at any time. That's the thing. And like I said, I'm just saying, every situation is different. I mean, sometimes, like I said, I'm moving with a whole backpack full of stuff, and the whole vest and everything. And like I said, I couldn't move because of it. And the backpack was heavy as hell. So I'm really amazed at myself as to how strong I actually am, number one. Number two, I mean, the next times that I'm moving, I mean, if I have to change this, and this is what I tried to change the whole time. I thought about it beforehand, but there was no way to do it. So, I basically have to change how I'm moving. I don't have a choice anymore because I'm realizing how real this is, and that I just don't have a choice because I have to be able to move. Okay, and that's all that this was, again, and like I said, I just continue to take the W, I continue to win regardless, right? So, I mean, even with a heavy backpack on and a vest that's caught in it, I'm always still winning. My point is, when I don't have that, right, like all the next times, right, because there's always a next time, like the more movement we have forward and everything that's going on, I'm going to be able to actually move and be myself and do what I need to do. I need a new vest, so I'm going to be looking into that. Doesn't really matter which kind to me, just a vest, you know what I mean, for the plate. And that's about it. Other than that, I have the steel armor, like I said, which I'll probably get back to training with that a lot more because it's a lot heavier. And I think that it'd be really good. I think it'd be good to maybe even just try running in it all the time so I can try to get used to it because it has full rib coverage and it basically protects a lot of everything. It protects the chest, it protects the back, you know what I mean? And y'all don't seem to understand, like I'm really trying to build these components, okay? Like I said, I build my own bat suits. I'm actually looking into, like I said, I don't want to be too descriptive, but every element behind what he uses. So like I said, I told you that I would build all of it and that I would be like climbing buildings and really like doing the real thing, you know what I'm saying? And like everything you see in the depictions, I'm going to be incorporating and using any way that I possibly can. So for me, I need to make some more money because I'm not playing around this time. Like I'm completely committed to this. I have been the entire time. I'm committed to the cause. There's other elements that need to be added. Today I spent a little bit of money. I literally got 2 gauntlets for the forearms that will work. They're made by Wilson, you know what I'm saying? And it says Wilson right on it, which is funny to me, but they're pretty decent. And they'll work for what I need it for, you know? And then I got something else that, I mean, I actually got it so that I could, you know, have it around my rib area if I can, but I got to figure out how. There's another component that I already have that's kind of for that, for rib coverage. And then, I mean, I realized that the same thing I got today, I could put on my arm like higher and it would kind of stay there and hold, and it would probably really help because it has parts in it, you know, that are slightly protective. So, you know, I mean, you know, don't worry about me. You know, I mean, nobody ever has before, right? None of these folks ever cared. You know, nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. Yeah, right? But these folks don't get, I don't think they've done their research. I don't even know if they really know who I am because they've been so busy, you know, lying and making up stories and pretending. And the fact that they think I care is hilarious. Because all these streets, and I mean, these entire cities, I mean, have nothing on me. Austin has nothing on me. I'm not concerned about anybody and how they feel and what they say and the stories they make up. You know, all that stuff is below me. I have a job to do. Like I said, I conducted a lot of interviews. I'd say about possibly 6 to 10 live in living color interviews. And that was my thing too. Every time I'm trying to do an interview, you have somebody trying to interrupt. Like, I mean, honestly, like there's just a matter of respect. And like that respect has to be there. So, you know, when it's not, okay, that's fine, but that's your choice, you know. So now it's like, now I look at all of Austin for what it really is. I was trying to be nice and friendly. I came on some friendly stuff. I was entertaining. I was being cool with people. A lot of us were having a good time. Okay? Like I said, everything has changed now. So, and I already saw this coming. I already knew, like ahead of time. I'm very intuitive. I could already see it coming, and that's why I'm like, I'm with it. Like, it's cool with me because I don't care. You understand? I don't care because I'm going to win regardless. It doesn't matter what the matter is, I'm going to win. That's what people don't get. People like Groovy Jimmy understand that. I can guarantee you. They understand because he's seeing what I'm doing, whether, people like it or not or want to admit it or whether he wants to admit it. They're my fans, and I know that they watch what I do, and some outlet they're watching, right? And they're looking at it like, this dude's a grown man that knows what he's doing, because I do. I know how to survive. I know how to push forward. I know how to overcome. I go through things and obstacles. Right now I'm going through stuff that's just insurmountable physically and all sorts of stuff. And I just always seem to overcome, right? I always seem to find a way. I don't even know half the time, but I tend to figure it out, right? Or I just keep pushing, So I'm used to pushing through impossible obstacles with God. This is what people don't understand. I'm used to doing things with nothing because God had me in alienation and isolation for about 3.5 years or about 3 years and taught me how to build with nothing. He taught me how to train. He trained me. I've set, we're approaching, I think, 900 something world records, literally real tangible world records that nobody can take from me or debate. I don't need validation from companies that are corrupt and they lie about the records, right? Why would I need their validation when they're lying? Just like with the corrupt, I wouldn't need their validation. I don't care about their job. I don't take it seriously. It's a complete joke. You see my point? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if folks would have a conversation on the platform and make sense, I'd be happy to talk. I don't care who it is. If you however you felt, whether it was good or bad or whatever, right? But folks don't seem to get, you have to acknowledge reality first. You got to acknowledge who you're talking to. You have to acknowledge all I've done, and you have to acknowledge who I am. That's my number one rule now. So there's no way around that now. Because of folks' actions, because folks want to really try to pretend. I'm not with that. I'm not worried about gossip and what people say. Okay? So I don't know whose idea that was and who started that and thought that, that I would care. I don't care at all. Again, talk is cheap. People talk, and any publicity is good publicity. You're going to promote me, you're going to market me whether you like it or not, and you're my number one fans and best marketing promoters without me ever having to pay you a dime or even talk to you. So, me personally, I love my haters. So again, like I said, you see the company logo right here. Like I said, I have several of them. I keep all my company's ideas. I make all my own money with God. God provides my budget. God provides for me. Like I said, there's a lot of problems. There's a little bit of lack. Again, it has nothing to do with me, but I have to kind of make up for that and do the best that I can, right? The point is, nothing has been done for me this entire time. Nothing was provided for me. Nothing was facilitated. The environment was never facilitated, and it still hasn't been. So everything I do is out of nothing and out of being held back. I'm in a weakened position before I even start. Just like with the backpack and the vest getting caught in there. You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing, is folks don't see that. They're not talking about, you haven't even gotten a fair shake in life. And you've done more than all of us combined. You understand? I haven't gotten a fair shake just to start. Like, just give me the basic resources. A bed, right? A shower, a comfortable spot. Give me the basic things that I need first, so I can be able to start like everybody else. Give me the money I need, the startup capital. I don't want breadcrumbs. I want enough money to start what I'm doing, which has to be over at least 10 G's. Easily. The minimum to try to do this is over 5 G's. You understand what I'm saying? And I got a little bit of change, but I still got a long way to go to get to either of those goals, right? So, I'm not rich yet. I'm rich in equity, but I'm not rich in no cash right now, and that's fine. I've been rich in the past, and I've run circles around everyone financially. I've made and spent more money than your entire government combined and anyone who ever existed. Everything I ever told you is a fact, and I have documented receipts for. Everything I've ever said, I've backed up and I've proven. Right? So that's the thing. I'm like a perfectionist. I'm very careful about the moves I make and what I say and what I do, because I want to make sure that there's no confusion in anything. I don't have to be like that. I can make mistakes. It's just the way I am. I don't like making mistakes. I'm errorless. And that's what makes me me. You know, that's why you see us talking about how what? It says Batman moves with exact precision. See, I moved with precision in what I did. I got these folks to make mistakes without trying. They made the mistakes of their own accord. All I had to do was kind of influence a little without trying. I did this without trying. It was just me shining, so it has all these folks pressed and triggered, and then they can't help themselves, right? That wasn't intentional. That's just what happened. But my point is, because I moved with exact precision, because I let them think that they're this or that or whatever, that they've accomplished anything or done anything, it puts me in a position where, like I said, now I have more grounds for another separate lawsuit, and all that grounds goes into the federal lawsuit I'm building. See, folks don't understand. I'm outsmarting these underground illegal organizations that work at these establishments that half of you people go to. I'm doing this by myself. Okay? Not only am I outsmarting them, but I'm completely defeating them. I'm winning. I'm taking W's out here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Without me, you understand? Without me spelling everything out. You can read between the lines, right? You understand? Like, I'm a monster. So, like, that's the thing. Like you could see the actions of individuals and people and see how they moving. Right? Now that I've responded, now that I've just shown an inkling of the monster that you created. I haven't even shown anything yet. Just an inkling. It's just a preview. That's what folks don't get. I'm barely getting started. I mean, oh no, trust me. Like, these villains think they're maniacal. Brother, I'm cold as an igloo. I'm the real thing. I'm what you created. I'm what you made. There's no escaping me. You understand? See, this is the thing. So many folks were so adamant about talking online and talking in an energy they would never talk in. So many folks had so much to say that wasn't true, right? So many folks were so quick to lie, slander, make up every story, do whatever they could, right? And you think I didn't absorb all that? You think I didn't learn a thing or two? These folks would talk while I was driving. Do you remember what happened with my Crown Vic? Do you remember the things that I survived that were impossible? Do you have a clue what I've been through? None of you. And none of you cared. Right? They didn't care, just like they sat there and literally gave me a ticket for not having insurance or whatever at that time when I just survived something that's impossible to survive. Are you kidding me? Well, I'm literally on a hospital bed and my heart rate is sky high. So I'm sitting there, you know what, and holding on, and they come do that. That's the level of respect that they have. Right? None. You don't get how I feel. You don't have a clue. I do what I do because I will do anything for this. I am willing to do whatever it takes to win. I actually feel strongly about what I do. See, it's the right thing to do, to stand up to evil, to not let evil just run rampant. Like I said, these villains are the ones doing so much talking. You want to talk, but I do this for a living, and I don't do no talking. I don't talk. I'm not a talker, just like I'm not a crier. Right? Just like Window Crier still has to answer for what he did concerning my vehicles. Just so you know. You understand? There's so many people that have tried to look for every angle on me or to make a come up off me or whatever. Like I said, nobody's really gained anything or gotten anything. He was in a horrible mood because, like I said, I took the BMW i6 or whatever out of that lot, and I only put it in there for a minute because I could, and he didn't expect me to get the money, and I did, and I pulled it out, and he was mad because he was like, that's the only car that really had some real worth to it. And you're going to show me in front of me your cards that you're after my cars? You have no respect? These are my cars, bro. And they represented something for me that was heartfelt. You know, concerning my father. I mean, are you kidding me? This is the people of today. This is a dude in the country who's not going to do anything with them cars. He probably never even fixed them. Right? And I could have had those cars today, presidential Mercedes, right? And I don't know, it might have been a Mitsubishi Eclipse, but the engine was messed up. It was ruined, so you had to replace the engine. My point is, I could have actually done something with them vehicles. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I went and sold a 50-acre property. I had over 100,000 when I met him. I'm who paid to create the arrangement and everything. He didn't do anything. But then he wants to make a come up and capitalize off of my hard work. That's like sea urchin stuff. That's what all these folks do. So how can you talk about inflated digits? I'm going to tell you right now, none of these folks make $50,000 a year. $50,000 a year is quite a bit, but this is what dudes do when they don't have anything going for them. They're drinking, they're smoking, just like Groovy Jimmy is right now, and then they start making up stories and trying to overcompensate because they don't have nothing. It's the same type of dudes that say, hey, I got this and it has this value, because they're not making any money. That's what happens when you're empty inside. You know, I know because I've been there. See, I don't point out things that people do or their behaviors and not be honest enough to say, hey, you know, I've felt like that before, maybe once or twice. I never made it a regular thing. That's the truth. You know, I'm not perfect. None of us are. But I remember feeling like that at times, and it was a horrible feeling. And I was always searching for something, and I don't feel like that ever anymore because I have God. That's the honest truth. You know, it's why half the time, like, I didn't even wear my watch today. My watch is worth $530. I don't care about that. I almost lost my watch, which is why I was freaking out that night, in case you were wondering. I was freaking out. I was not in a good mood. Like, you know, my heart was beating faster. I thought I lost it. I left it somewhere, and luckily I got it back. But it's a $530 watch. Okay, like, hopefully I got it right here because I haven't even seen it all day. You know what I mean? But I'm sure I do. But my point is just, folks just don't understand, you know. Matter of fact, let me take a look. Hold on, should be in here somewhere. Let's see. Where are you, watch? Where are you? Where are you, my wonderful watch? Expensive watch that Groovy Jimmy can afford. I hope I didn't lose it today. I don't see it. It's gotta be somewhere. Let's see. I have a stress ball. They gave me that. I'm not seeing it, man. It's not making any sense. Why does everything have to be so hard? Let me see. But yeah, you know, I'm just telling you the truth. That's what folks do. You know, they overcompensate when they don't have anything, or they don't have something, or they feel some way about people around them, or all of reality, right? I mean, tell me when I'm lying. Tell me when I'm wrong. I mean, that's is what folks do, sadly. Right? And I think it's always kind of been like that. There's my headphones. You know, I don't think that it's such a new thing. You know? Yeah, I did lose it now. I hope not. I just had it. Like, I must have had it yesterday. I sure hope so, man. I sure hope it didn't fall off or something. Alright, I'm gonna start freaking out in a minute. Dude, where is it, man? This is getting ridiculous. Like, hold on. Put that right there. Let me see. Unless it's here. Let me see. Somebody gave me a Batman emblem sticker too the other day. Just so y'all know. That was kind of nice of them. Man, this is getting scary, bro. I really can't find it. What the hell happened? I'm pretty positive that I would take it off and that it would be somewhere. Where is it, man? It's getting creepy. I hope I didn't lose it, man. It's my favorite watch. But that's what happened before. I had lost it for a little bit, and I did get it back, but now I don't know if I actually lost it officially. Well, let's look in here and see. I don't understand how I could lose it. I really don't. But I was very tired. So, I have no idea, bro. This is kind of getting really weird, dude. Like, this ain't making no sense, man. What the hell did I do with it? I'm gonna have to set this down and look through all of it. But yeah, like, this is what folks like that do, man. You know, they don't have anything really going for themselves, right? So they start making up stuff. They start, you know, overcompensating. I've seen it my whole life. You know, there's a stress ball. You know, it's just, I'm telling you the truth. It's literally what people do. Oh! Oh! I found it. There you go. 5:30 on my wrist. Got you pissed. Ain't you mad? See, right now there's a bunch of people mad as hell. That's the thing. Like, when that's what you spend your time doing, like, you want to wish me some way? And see, God bless me. I found it. You know? So, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm just telling you the truth. That's what people do. People overcompensate because they're miserable and unhappy and they don't have anything going for themselves. So, you know, they don't have much, you know, and it's okay to not have much, but it's better when you don't have much and you're okay and you're content and you're happy not having much. It's more of a problem when you're unable to accept that you don't have much and, you know, you're just unhappy and then it affects your, well, everything, you know. That's a lot worse than being content being poor, you know. So, I mean, like I said, for people with no money, they sure do talk about money a lot, all of them, don't they? I just find that kind of funny. But there it is, $530 on my wrist. And like I said, yeah, I literally had thought I lost it. And it was a horrible feeling. I mean, it was horrible feeling. I mean, I was livid. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, it's just crazy to me that I couldn't ever have a normal night or day really out there. And it kind of showed me maybe it's just not meant for me. Maybe it was never meant for me. I was never really happy in Austin, ever. I always felt like it was fake. I always felt like it was very superficial. I was born there, grew up there. It was rough growing up there. I came up hard. I mean, like I said, I've told in the past on some channels, I've told some of the, you know, crazy stories. I grew up on Trailside Drive in Austin. I mean, I grew up tough since I was yay high. I mean, I'm talking from the minute I was, you know, born. And, I mean, that's all I remember on that block. I mean, that block was rough. Okay, and I grew up like that, and, you know, all the other kids were older than me, you know, so I've had a lot of experiences, and Austin is my city. So that's the thing that's so crazy to me is these folks, they think that I'm like some kind of caricature or a character or something. Like, they think, like, I don't know what they think. Like, it's like T.I. said that, you know, it really just makes no sense. Like, I'm a grown man. I'm right here. I'm standing on business. You know, Austin is my city, but I'm just very embarrassed by it, and that's what these people don't get is you don't make the decisions. You're all millennials. You're going to have a seat, and you're going to have to listen to what I tell you, because things are going to go the way I want them to go regardless in any situation. I don't care if it's a business scenario. I don't care what it is. I just made over $1,000 on my own business mergers and business deals. Okay, don't come to me and pretend that you're going to tell me how things go. Okay, you're not in the position I'm in. You don't know the meaning of what wealthy is to constantly still have a flow like this, to still be doing this, okay, to still be making real money, okay? I mean, this is what these countries and the government does all this stuff in these other countries for. I make that kind of money. So don't come to me and think that your little false judgment or you making up some stories is going to move me at all or do anything for me. You should know better. Excuse me? So see, that's the point. You've got a bunch of people that want to pretend I'm on a public platform. You got folks in the street pretending they don't know who I am. You heard about me, and if you hadn't, you have now. So that's the thing, like, no, the message is clear, the picture is clear, and it's painted vividly now, and you just helped me. You just did me a favor because we had actual people that have participated in this illegal activity for years that I've been pointing out. And they're part of these underground illegal organizations, and they're working with underground illegal organizations that come from the internet, right? So, I mean, you know how much money they've tossed around? I mean, they've sent agents across state lines. They've committed so many federal crimes and felonies out the wazoo. It's unbelievable. So one of them couldn't control his mouth, as usual, and wanted to run his mouth and talk. And in the process, you just did me a favor. Because number one, you proved that I really do this for a living, and I'm serious as hell and real about it, and I really operate above the feds, and I really do what I do, and don't care. Right? And I'm the real thing. I don't work for no one. I don't have a boss. None of that. You understand? Like, you just showed how tough I really am. Publicly. You just showed how real I really am. Publicly. Any matter concerning me, anything people say to me, do, anything, goes public. I am a celebrity, brother. I'm a full-fledged celebrity. This is what people wanted to get around and forget, and they just don't seem to get it, but I think they're starting to understand it now. I have a lot of power. You're not going to make a name off me, none of you, so forget that. Might as well just forget that. Don't even entertain it. Don't go crazy thinking about it. It'll never happen. I'm too smart for all of you, okay? And again, you're talking to power. You're hearing the money. And there's no money that will get made without my consent, my permission, and without me, period. Understand? Just like God said himself, he sent me messages and downloads and said, you're supposed to be a little egotistical, honey. Yeah. I'm supposed to be like this. Because I'm the sandwich with the bag of chips and the cookie, boy. You understand? For real. So, like I said, people just don't get it. You don't get, there's a lot of perks to what I do, man. There's a lot of perks to my career, man. I got a lot going for me. A lot of people hold me down. People will help me out. Like I said, folks will put money in my pocket here and there, which is what I'm depending on at this point. Because, again, I got to go back to the drawing board and hustle now like I got nothing. I have to act like I have nothing because I have a long way to go regardless of how far I've come, even financially. I have to act like I don't have this little money and that I have nothing, and I got to keep pressing forward because that's the only way. The hustle that I created is what works, and God helped me to create all this and create this hustle. God provides for me. He sends me the right folks to contribute whatever. Like I said, we've received almost no support here online, but I receive my support, a lot of it in the street. I'm street oriented. I run the streets. I run Austin at a street level. I run New York at a street level. Folks could never say otherwise because the truth is coming out and came out. So that's my point. Like, no, I've paid my dues, bro. I've been through a lot, man, and it ain't nothing. Everything, it ain't nothing. Like, are you kidding me? This is light work, bro. You understand? I'm barely getting started, man. You understand? There's a way to do things. You can't just have pure strength and brawn and think that, you know, that's going to work. No, these are systems in place that these folks are using to, you know, do their corrupt actions, commit their crimes. They're trying to cover up their crimes. And there are systems in place, and it's all corrupt. So they're going to lie, twist everything they can, twist every detail, try to figure out stuff, try to make up stuff, and it's not working. They've tried it the entire, it'll never work because God loves me and God got me. But my point is, you got to be smart. You're not just coming up against a couple of individuals or even a group, or no, you're coming up against a system that is willing to lie and is backwards. You understand? That system has power because it's a system, right? The power is not good power like what I do helping people. It's the opposite, and that's all it can do. But we recognize that system, and we don't back down to it. I also showed how fragile that system is. You understand? These folks have tried to manipulate that system the entire time. I'm pointing out, and that system at no point has done anything. Nobody does their job because they're all too self-absorbed, selfish, and they're just about their little paycheck when they're not even making that much money. In the general scheme of things, I've probably made more money than all of them combined while I've been doing this. You understand? And folks can look at me anyway. They can say, oh, this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. Like, everything is just situational. That's the thing. I don't care what people think. People can think whatever they like of me. I mean, it's more power to me. It's going to help me. If people think I'm down and out and I'm struggling all the time, that's going to help me. If they think whatever of me, it doesn't matter. If they think I beg for money and I ask for money, no problem. I'm willing to do that too. Whatever people say to me, I'm willing to become. That's what people don't get. I've said that since day one. Folks have talked way too much. You've wrote a lot of checks. A lot of folks have wrote a lot of checks they can't cash. Folks have talked a whole lot and can't back up an ounce of it. But I've backed up every claim and everything I've ever said, any statement I've ever made. I am a gangster, is what I am, and I'm a smart gangster. That's why I have a gangster career that I built myself. That's about as gangster as it gets because I'm a gangster. Not a gangster, gangster. I just keep it gangsta. Okay? I don't run to other people for my problems. I handle my own. Do you think that these groups aren't seeing this? Do you think they're not witnessing, like, this dude is really the real deal and he's held his own the entire time? Like, I'm more effective than entire groups that are in the streets, whether it be in Austin, Texas, whether it be in the Valley, whether it be in New York. Right now, New York is dealing with an outbreak. So, I mean, like I said, I would love to go back to New York and save lives and go straight to the Bronx. If people would provide me housing, I would be willing to still consider it. But it's kind of difficult to do in the middle of an outbreak with this going on. So we got to kind of put that on hold for a minute, I think, and focus on other areas. And like I said, I have my eyes on the West Coast. Honestly, I have my eyes on New Orleans next. Because New Orleans has a lot of soul and spirit. There's a lot of culture. I think that I would fit in well. I think I could go far there, but I'm going to have to go ahead and leave the vest and the plate behind, I think, in order to do that and be a normal person and try to really start from scratch. And it's a trip away. It's going to cost some money, though. Probably a lot. That's the thing. So I need to make more money right now. Like I said, right now my only goal is to maintain and gain consistency again with this business because I'm in a position where I can now. Because, like I said, hold on. That didn't sound too good. That didn't sound good either. It's all your fault, Penguin. It's all your fault, Groovy Jimmy. How dare you. But yes, like I said, I need to check this out. That didn't sound good. It's my wallet. I was sitting on my wallet. But yes, you know, these people, they want to be me. They want to be like me. You know, I mean, I'm a hell of a role model. You know? It is what it is. But don't go crazy thinking about it. It'll never happen. Alright? So, again, you know, I mean, yeah, people love me, man. You know, people love me for it. They love me in New York. People just love me, man. They love my personality. They understand I'm real, and I think folks are starting to understand just how real I am. I'm real on a level you couldn't comprehend, and I'm going to go ahead and take it back to the Wild Wild West now and my ancestors. And if you looked up our history about the Sneeds, you can Google it. Every time that we came around, we were very rowdy, and there was a lot of stuff going down. And I'm going to go ahead and just go straight back to that. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Okay? Because there's no other choice. I'm going to be smart still, but there's another side of me coming out, and it comes from my father and my lineage, and like I said, John Beale Sneed. I'm done playing. Like, for real. Like, now I'm really done playing. You know, and like I said, you know, that's all because people want to keep on talking so much and saying things that don't make any coherent sense and saying things that aren't true, right? So, you know, that's their choice, right? So you can't complain. You made it this way. I have no issue with it. In fact, I enjoy it. You know, so like I said, this is just the beginning, and that was fun, right? This is fun for me. And you don't get, I'm not playing a character, I'm not an actor. I mean, I really am about this. I mean, you know, I'm looking at my notepad right now. I mean, I got so many notes like I told you about this stuff. I mean, I've been studying this stuff for a minute. I wouldn't say years, but I'd say a couple of months. Mechanical engineering, I mean, right here, it's all right here. Racing tires, steel, carbon steel, stainless steel, aluminum. Like, I mean, I'm talking about how to build containers. I mean, we're talking about hydrolysis. We're talking about how to build engines. I mean, look, body panels and engine and suspension, reinforced key points, wheel arches and suspension attachment points. Like, these are not just notes. Like, God is going to give me the money, okay? Do you understand? So, like I said, I don't know why folks say things that they say and talk so much and none of it's ever real or positive, and I'm just tired of hearing it. So like I said, I won't be associating with folks like that in any way, shape, or form. I don't want a conversation, nothing. Like I said, these folks want to make up stories. I mean, $50,000 a year is nothing. I was making millions every year consecutively. I mean, like I said, I've done this. I've technically invested millions into the Batman project over the course of years. And I've invested thousands easily, I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands in the last 3.5 years. And you watched me fund all these trips. I did an entire East Coast trip, right? I went through all these different states, covered pretty much the entire East Coast, right? Or the Northeast Coast at least. I mean, Northeast and really the East Coast, So, I mean, I didn't do the Southeast, I mean, because it'd be pointless for right now. I mean, like I said, I can go out there too. I mean, I would love to have the money where I can do this in Atlanta. Atlanta is a very rough place. There'll be a lot to do. And I'll be running around the streets doing this. But like I said, I have to have money where I can make sure the mask is right, the vests are right, the bat suits are right. Everything has to be built right, because this is real what I'm doing. This is not a game. I am not your average human being. I am not a civilian. I am on paper, right? That's just to pretend to make it look cute, okay? I'm a civilian on paper, but I'm the real thing. I do the real thing, bro. I didn't ask this society permission to do what I do, and I never will. I don't have to. I don't answer to none of you. If anything, these folks answer to me. That's the entire point of all this, right? See, these folks want to forget who I am. I'm a grown man. If you would stop taking advantage from all that I'm going through and climbing out of hell literally for 2 seconds, you would realize I'm a grown man that has no fear, and I do what I want to do. You understand? Like, it's crazy, man. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So what that make you? Good? Y'all folks is funny, man. You're not good. You just know how to hide it. Come on, man. These folks will never come close to me, homie. That's what I was before I turned into this. Well, actually, I was the Joker in Vegas, the real Joker. Yeah. And then I became this. So I got some history to me. A lot. That's the thing. Like, these folks really, like, I just be listening to folks talk. I'm like, yeah, they have no concept of reality. Like, look at how many of them build a future. That's the thing I care about. See, I'm not scared of nothing. I'm cautious. I'm smart because I understand that the difference between me building and having a beautiful future and a future period and a future is the difference in one decision. In one split second. Especially in the boat I'm in with all these people with the way they feel towards me because they're jealous. You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, what I'm doing, I'm putting everything on the line to do what I do. I'm fully aware of the high stakes. I'm fully aware that, everything is on the line for me. I'm aware of that. And I still take that risk, don't I? I still don't hold back, and I'm still moving fast. I'm doing God's will, period. I'm not asking questions. I'm not worried about it. God got me. Okay? God will literally overcome that entire corrupt system if that's what it takes. And that's really what we're doing together if you want to get real. Correct? God will do whatever it takes to protect me. You understand? I don't care what situation I'm in, and that's what you don't get. In my career with what I'm doing, okay? Shutting down underground illegal organizations. I'm the real thing, brother. I'm the enforcer of divine law. I mean, yeah, I'm risking everything. I mean, in my career, it is very easy and quick for me to get put in a situation of any magnitude. This is the truth. I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and I've been swift, I've been smart, and that's what we work on. We work on getting swifter, on getting smarter. We learn from our mistakes, and some of it isn't mistakes like this malfunction with the bat suit. It wasn't a mistake. It was just that I had the backpack, right, because of this silly system nonsense. I need spots provided for me in these places so I don't have to have a backpack with me. That's all I need. And I can win every time like that, and I still won. But my point is, I can completely win. Standing on my own. I will win every time. I have that much confidence and faith in myself and God. I will win when I don't have a heavy, huge backpack on my back with my suit stuck in it. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I can see and move. When I have the right, equipment and bat suits where the mask fits properly and I can actually see out of it and move accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it takes money. It requires money. It requires help and support and connections. People in the public could help me anytime they want, but I have trust issues. It's got to be someone that builds trust with me and I really trust. And like I said, they could have me on a scooter. They could provide something electric for me to ride. I'm cool with that, but just do it in a certain way, the right way. I'm not trying to be in control of everything, but things have to be done a certain way. It's the only way I move. I'm not on this loose stuff. Like, I move very specific. And God just told me to do that. He already sent another message and download saying you need to be very specific with your movement, and I'm moving with intention now. Everything is strategic with me. Like I said, y'all ain't living like me. I've had to walk past whole guard dogs, tons of them, like almost every day for years. You don't know what that's like. You know what I mean? Even today, I have to sneak past guard dogs, bro, in the middle of the night with no clue what can be out there. Do you understand how scary that is? This is stuff I've gone through on a daily basis. When I had just gotten this money and I paid the phone bill, I didn't pay it until I got past the guard dogs. I walked 10 plus miles, actually 20, okay, to handle everything. I paid the phone bill after I got past them because I said, I don't know what's going to happen, so I don't want to pay it until I get past them. And I went directly past them that time. Now I'm trying to figure out other routes. I'm just saying, folks don't get it. Like, have you ever had to climb a fence, like, quickly? Because of that? I have. Do you know what that's like? Do you know what's sitting on the top of those fences? You've ever been to prison? Do you realize that when you're moving that fast and your adrenaline is pumping like that, you can't see where you're grabbing? Use your imagination and listen to what I'm telling you. I've grabbed onto that stuff before with my bare hands. It ain't nothing, partner. These folks think they're tough. You don't have a clue. Like I said, I've shown an inkling, just a small preview of the monster you created. You haven't seen nothing. I've had a whole backpack on and my suit was caught in it. Imagine when I don't have a huge backpack. I'm talking about computer, charger, tons of stuff. Supplements, Pepsid Complete is sitting in there. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm talking a heavy backpack, bro, and I'm still winning. So when I don't have that weighing me down, can you imagine how quick I am and how smart I am and how like all the training I've done all these years? Come on, bro. Don't underestimate me again. This is why, folks continue to lose. It's a preview. That's all it is. It's a small preview. You haven't seen an inkling of anything yet. You have no clue. Trust me. I could put on a shirt. I got a compression shirt right here I got for free. Fits the Batman aesthetic perfectly. I could put on that compression shirt, figure out how to get the cape or put it on the tank top, put the tank top underneath, put the compression shirt over it. I could go save New York just like that in a compression shirt. That's how real this is. Not joking. I'm talking about take on anything in my path, anything in my way, and win. In a compression shirt and a cape. I'm already at that level. I'm taking my time out to try to travel and develop more and more. I've just realized that for me personally, I don't feel like Austin is it for me. I don't feel like I can develop and grow much there. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can, but I need to like stay in my own areas and stuff. Like, there's just certain stuff I don't want to be around anymore at all. Because it has nothing to do with me. And I don't want to be around folks that are jealous of me. Like any normal person. You understand? And it's hard to grow in a place when it's all the same people. It's all the same people. It's a bunch of college students and people, like going out and all they do is the same stuff and drink. And I'm just tired of it. There's no growing there. There's no evolving. Like, I'm an intelligent person. I want to go somewhere like to Boston. I want to go to like Harvard and Yale. Like I can actually get into these Ivy League schools. I had a 4.2 GPA, top 10 of my class, diploma distinction out of high school. I finished all my basics in college, and they act like I'm not a genius. Like I had a 3.34 out of college. I finished all my basics. I should have enough credits for an associate's degree. Why didn't they give me an associate's degree or a certificate? I have 29.8 credit hours, all the basics. Last I checked, that's enough for an associate's. I could be wrong. It might be right under it, but I mean, they never gave me nothing. That's the thing. None of these establishments ever good news me, help me with anything. So what do you mean? Everything that I've had, whatever in the past, I've paid off. Like I said, anything else is in other counties that I don't care about, not worried about it, you're not getting a dime. So, I mean, I've been through so much, it's unreal. When I was in college, I was going through hell, and I was already in the middle of everything, doing the real thing. What I tell you I do now professionally, like for a living, independently, I was doing this stuff way before when I was in college. I was trying to just go to school and folks wouldn't stop. And this was totally different. It had nothing to do with the internet. I hadn't become famous, nothing. So, I mean, this got developed through years and years of just relentless. I'm talking about back-to-back stuff happening, crazy, insane stuff I can't even talk to you about. I mean, this really got created from in-depth me just going through trauma, me going through things that you couldn't even imagine. And a lot of it wasn't really trauma because I kept winning. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I would win and then go eat tacos, and the same folks that they know and their, you know, whoever, their homeboy just lost or their group lost, and I'm by myself, we would be laughing, eating tacos in front of them. These folks don't seem to get who I am, so I mean, these games, I don't have time for it because me personally, I can't make a mistake. No, there's too much going on. The stakes are too high. I don't have time for it, period. So that was my deal, is like, I'm doing the best I can, but it's a matter of respect. Like, folks need to go ahead and listen. You understand? That's the thing. I'm not trying to be around anything like that with people who are entertaining stuff that's not there. I'm not worried. That's not my issue, man. See, that's the thing. I'm a professional with a career. I have a life. I have a beautiful life. I own everything that you'll never have. Straight up. I own an estate. I have a mansion estate. I have billions in equity. I have over 2,000 in jewelry. I'm wearing 530 on my wrist. Got your pins. I got mineral rights and oil royalties. I own a car lot. I pay over $100 for every month. I know exactly who I am, but who are you? See, that's the point. You felt some way. You could have just said how you felt. You could have had a discussion and been a man, not tried to pretend and then realized, oh, this dude's an actual gangster. What I want to pretend to be when I choose. See the difference? See, I'm a grown man. I have responsibilities. I don't have the option to pretend like you. I have everything to lose. That's why it's unfair. But hey, have these folks ever been fair? You don't got to be fair because I'm going to win when we get to court. When I get to court, these underground illegal organizations are getting shut down 100% that work at these bars, restaurants, and all these establishments, yes, and all the corrupt departments, and they're going to pay me massive settlements of millions of dollars. And that's the justice I want. And I'm not stopping there. See, my justice will never end. I'm taking my own justice. Straight up. I'll tell you straight up. Just like I did in the past. Go check my rap sheet, check my record. I don't play games. Y'all got me confused, little homie. All of you. I'm being patient. Y'all wanted to sit here and play like this was some kind of game or a joke. Because I'm being patient, I told you, because I'm not making mistakes, because I'm going to make sure I win legally and that you can't gain leverage on me for court. I take this serious as it gets. This is my career. You're not moving nothing. You're wasting your time, sister. You got that? All of you. You understand? Like I said, you picked the wrong dude. Straight up, you got the wrong guy. I ain't nobody's target, and I ain't nobody's scapegoat. I tried to tell you. You're talking to an independent detective here, sweetheart. That's what I am, and you've given me every ounce of evidence I need. These folks have committed every crime you possibly could. I have federal indictments all across the board. I got the victory in the bag. I'm in my bag, like Steve used to say. Are you kidding me? Federal indictments all across the board. I already got the victory. Checkmate. Ben had to checkmate. Folks wanted to keep going. I don't see them continuing it now because now they know what's up. See, that's the thing. That's all it takes. Brother, this is a preview, man. You ain't seen nothing. Nothing. The monster I am? Oh, this is light work, bro. I'm barely getting started, man. See, I'm not talking. See, that's the thing. Folks want to copy me. I'm telling you, like Groovy Jimmy wants to copy me. Folks want to talk greasy like me, but you don't do what I do. That's why when folks is like, yeah, you're grimy. No, I'm the definition of grimy in a grimy street dude. You ain't seen nothing. I come from the hood, bro. I come from the bluff. I come from the ghetto in Bankhead, Atlanta. Ask about me. These folks don't come from where I come from. And I'm from Texas. I would never say I'm from anywhere else or I was born or grew up anywhere else. I'm a Texan. But I've been to all these places. I got mad history there. I got mad history in Atlanta. I've been through tons of things. A lot of experiences that weren't good. I was trying to just survive and get by in Atlanta. I've been in a lot of very macho, tough situations. I do tough things. Okay, all the time. I try to refrain from doing tough things. That's what you don't get. All I want to do is live my life peacefully and happy, and I want to do the tough stuff when I'm working. And that's basically what I've done and what I do. So it is what it is, right? I'm doing my job. See, people don't have to agree with my job. You don't have to like my job. You can't say nothing about it because my job was created by me. Nobody's ever created their own career independently like this. Nobody's ever done what I'm doing. So they can't tell me a thing. I'm an independent detective, sovereign. I built this with my bare hands and my genius mind. And I accomplished better results than any agency. All the departments are corrupt, so I ain't even hearing what they talking about. They could never compete because they're corrupt. They don't do anything, right? And the FBI, CIA, Feds, and the Secret Service, I've accomplished more than every single one of you. Tell you confidently. I'm not joking. They investigated the NYPD the minute I left New York because of the groundwork that I put in. Because I talked about NYPD publicly, did I not? There were shows I deleted on this channel that were very in-depth. Don't play these games, partner. Like I said, what are you waiting for? What are those agencies waiting for? Cut my check. Give me my check. This is why I'm doing it. Yes, so I can get an offer. It's common sense. Give me an offer. I need the money. And that's it. Once I get the money, once God gives, and I'm not even asking you, I could care less, because God won't give me the money anyway. That's what, if these folks don't give me an offer, good luck. Because I'm so powerful, I can win concerning them too. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, but I can win no matter what, by myself. That's what they all look at. You think the government ain't looking and ain't monitoring? You think they haven't heard about me and ain't paying attention? They have. It's that real, bro. So when these folks want to play these games, and like I said, we're in the middle of entertainment stuff and entertainment districts, and people want to pretend, I'm not worried about none of that. That's just crazy stuff. That's mishaps. That's nonsense. So that's my point. Like when I'm really working, it's a whole different story, man. And that's my thing. Nobody helped me to build the environment, facilitate the environment, do this the right way, provide any resources. You couldn't provide me a spot in New York. And I'm glad you didn't now, because there's an outbreak there, correct? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, God told you on the community wall what's going to happen. He said it straight out. Go read the community wall right now. There's an outbreak in New York. Every prediction I made has come true, and you think I'm playing out here? What are you talking about? All my enemies lose. I don't have enemies. These enemies be thinking they doing something, try they hardest, don't get. You're in the middle of a spiritual thing. It's not about just the faking and the acting and the making up stories and thinking you did something and whatever and worried about nonsense like a mask. Like those masks are replaceable. They're not that expensive. Some of them are. They're like $50. But my point is, I mean, the mask comes off all the time. It's not a big deal. It comes off when anything that goes on, it comes off. That's just how it is. It means nothing. So I don't know what folks think they're accomplishing because they're not doing anything. Like I said, what you don't get is now you got to worry about God and all this spiritual stuff. You got to worry about ghosts, ancestors, and most of all, God. God is on my side. Yeah, straight up. Oh, he's not on the penguin side. Talking about, yeah, blah, 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 loves you. Wrong. No, penguin. No, God saw what happened with Sonic and Tia and every move you've made. So what do you mean? Why are you taking my success like it has anything to do with you? I don't even know you. I don't talk to you. I don't come around you. I don't chill with you. We're not friends. Like, quit worrying about me and worry about you, bro. But do what you do, because I could care less. Somebody that talks to themselves and never comes outside and can't even do an Austin trip. What are you talking about? Everything I'm saying is just real. I don't understand this pretending stuff, this weird vibe. Like, I don't want that weird vibe around me at all. Are you kidding me? We can't have that. Nah. So, like I said, it is what it is. Like, I know how all y'all feel. Good. Feel that way. Funny how none of you said that, though. Kind of shows something, right? It shows weakness, don't it? Just saying. Right? It shows weakness and it shows fear. Right? Yeah, because that's what it is. These folks know I'm the legend, man. These folks know what I do, man. These folks know I'm not fake, bro. I ain't never been fake, man. See, that's the problem right there. I'm not fake. Other folks is on some fake energy, and they want to come around with that fake energy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not hearing it. I'll tell anybody how I feel. If you ain't learned that by now, I give up. I just did. I tell people straight up. See, I stand on my own 2 feet and tell you straight up, this is what it is. Huh? Yeah, I don't care who it is. What's up? See, that's the difference. I've been standing on business, homie, for 37 years now. I'm 37, just turned 37. My birthday was July 21st. Give me a round of applause. Come on, man. These folks ain't sending me no cash apps now for my birthday. You didn't send me no money, no nothing. What happened? You're dropping the ball, man. I thought y'all was so rich, right? Folks saying they making $50,000 a year and can't worried about what they're going to have for dinner and lunch every day. Don't have a dime, have no money, and live off the strength of everyone else around them. I figured out, too, that all those houses in Katy, Texas, you get them off Section 8. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and look into that. Yeah, I'll tell you straight up what I'm going to do. Yes. Yep. Do you know that you can actually get in those nice neighborhoods? It's possible. Yeah, for like free. Yes, you can. Yeah, them folks have no money. I told you. Nope. Told you every single one of them on Section 8. All of them. So don't come here talking to me about this and that and trying to come online and copy me and then, oh, now you all of a sudden are rich because you said it. I mean, no. It doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't. Come on, pal. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy, old pal. You know what I mean? See, that's the thing. Like, oh, no, I got love for everyone. I wish everyone the best. But some folks is just evil and wicked. So, I mean, I'm not with that. I don't support that. You know, God and Jesus have a big problem with evil. You know, I would say, I'd go as far as to say that they hate evil. So, I mean, you know, it's justified when you don't like evil. And I feel the same exact way. You understand? I try to show folks love. I've given these folks every opportunity. I've tried to break bread. I've tried to put them on. I mean, we could have done business together. We could have been cool. We could have worked together. We could have done all sorts of things. But you know what? A snake is a snake, and I'm okay. How about that? You know, you got to understand, with me, it don't matter. It's all gravy to me because, like Juvenile said, it's all a game to me because, I mean, what can folks do concerning me? Nothing. I'm a big guy, man. You know what I mean? I'm a big guy, and I'm not that nice. You know what I mean? I'm pretty mean like my dad. So I'm a tough dude. Believe that. And I'm barely getting started. So I'm going to say this again, man. I mean, you know, my bounce back game is on a level you can't even comprehend. I told you what's happened. I told you the truth. I told you what's transpired. I just took another W. I continue to. You know, really, it was 2 W's. You know what I mean? So, I mean, me, I don't run from nothing. So how are we the same? That's number one, actually. See, that's the thing. Folks don't even want to acknowledge my existence and that I'm a human being, that I'm on a public platform and I'm famous and I'm getting money. I'm getting paid right now a little something for talking to you. But they don't want to acknowledge that, but yet they want to block my blessings. They want to take everything from me that I ever worked for. They wish they could take everything from me. They don't even want to see me out here shining, smiling, or winning. They don't want to see me at all. And you think that I don't see that? I don't really feel any way about it. I don't care, but I definitely see it. And that's all. I just peep game and I pay attention. You know? Every once in a while you got to kind of send a message. And that's what I've done. You got to send a message that you must have forgotten who you're talking to. Okay? Just like he told them that one quote where he says, nobody fears. The same stuff they be typing in the emails talking to themselves. It's all delusion. Talking about, nobody fears Bruce Wayne. And he says, I think he responds by saying, like, or I used to fear the bat. And now, and Batman stands up and says, you still should. And that's the point. Oh, 100%, you still should. Just because I'm nice doesn't mean nothing. Just because I'm compassionate, just because I have my one rule that I do my best to never break, it's all real. It's all there, every element of it. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness, brother. Trust me, I'm a monster. Okay? And I'm a lot stronger than everybody, actually. You want to talk about who's the strongest? I mean, that's clear. I mean, if any of you were stronger than me, you would have a name, you would have your own league and be 10-0 in it, right? You'd be as rich and wealthy as me, which none of you are even close. You would move like me. You would talk like me. You'd walk like me. You'd be setting world records. I'm almost to 900, I believe, or over it, right? You'd be doing what I'm doing. You would be 1,000,000 in the street. You would be getting busy like me. I'm active. You all aren't none of that. You all hide inside, you drink, you do nothing, and you talk about me. That's it. So what do you mean? And you make up lies. I'm not trying to hear it, is my point. You understand? So, like I said, I mean, no, I got a little bit of pocket change now, and that's all I needed. What I asked for God for, I said I need at least this to start. He gave me. I'm content. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with God. I was satisfied before I had anything. I was going through a real hard time, and now I'm not going through as hard of a time because at least I have money to do what I need to do. These folks was doing everything to try to stop my money. Okay, these folks wanted me to have nothing, wanted me with nothing. How is that fair? I have never seen anyone go through what I've been through. In the history of time and man, anyone would have snapped by now. Anyone would have just given up. Anyone would be crying in a corner. Anyone would have been hiding. Anyone but me would have given up on themselves, on everything, and I refuse to give up. I won't give up on me, myself, or on God ever. And that's what it is. Are you kidding me? See, that's the thing. These folks don't get it. It's been challenge after challenge after roadblock after roadblock, overcoming all of it nonstop for me. Oh, that's another thing, too. They got that oil field work in Texas, and I'm going to look into that, too. I might go do that if I can. Maybe they'll pay for my travel expenses or for my, whatever, for being facilitated there while I'm doing it. I'm strong. I can do it. I'm used to the heat. And I think you work like all week and then you get the weekend off, or you work for a certain amount of days and you get some days off. See, I'm not just talking, I actually do stuff, unlike Groovy Jimmy. And again, I'm just pointing out what I'm saying and what I'm hearing. I mean, if you was real and you was about something, I think I would know. Like I said, I mean, I offered to be cool. I try to be cool with everybody. I don't care what crimes you've committed. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your problems and issues are. I don't care about none of it. I don't care what your preference is. I mean, I've tried to be nothing but nice, and every time that it comes down to it and I say the truth, him and that other dude, they have so much to say that's not true about me and not positive. You could have been cool. I mean, we was all right for a while. I mean, what's the issue? But, I mean, it is what it is. It just seems like everybody's in their feelings. That's how I feel. That's what I see. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, I can get back to making music. I got a hotspot. Like I said, y'all could help me. I need probably about $10 to extend the hotspot because it's going to run out. It always does. And you could help me with that so I could be able to, have my internet and do what I need to do. I love having Wi-Fi, man. Internet is a great thing, bro. I'm addicted to the internet like a lot of people, just not in the way that most of you are. I love the internet because it's fun. I get to play games. I got a game pulled up right now I could play. I don't really want to waste the hotspot, but I'm just saying, I got games on my phone. Somebody showed me how to do that, so I'd be playing them old school games on there now. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm like a grown kid. I don't know why these folks all feel so strongly and claim they feel this when none of it's real. I mean, you can tell that it's not real. And, these folks all look up to me and I'm a celebrity to them. I mean, there's a way to treat human beings. And, I mean, like Jesus taught and like I teach, like Jesus taught, you got to treat folks the way you want to be treated. And I'm living proof of that because I ain't putting up with nothing. Okay, partner? Yeah. So, I'm the second coming for real, and I'm a little bit meaner. That's the thing. I ain't going to let nobody get the best of me. I'm me. I'm Tyree Sneed. I'm really that. Yeah. And this time it's going to go a little bit different. See, I'm the warrior for God and the soldier for God. And at the end of this, I will be sitting at the right-hand throne of God like I already do in heaven, and I will have a suit of steel armor, and you won't even be able to see nothing but probably my eyes. See, that's my destiny. My destiny is to protect folks while I'm in heaven, literally. I don't know about y'all, but I earned my spot next to God. I'm already good in heaven. So I'm good. I have nothing to worry about, but the rest of these folks all sold their soul to the devil, and they know their fate. That's why they're pissed off every day. It doesn't matter what you do with me. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter all the stuff you've tried to throw and everything you've done. Like I said, they throw what and they hide their hand. Okay? It's all cowardly. It doesn't matter what you do. Okay? I'm good regardless. I'm going to heaven. God loved me. I'm good with God. Do you think the penguin is really good with God with what he did? Are you kidding me? Concerning Sonic and Tia, that everybody knows, who actually knows what's going on, who thinks? Come on, man. It's on a public platform, man. Come on, bro. You can sit there and say whatever, man. Like I said, it's not a good idea, homie. Put some respect on God's name and on Jesus Christ's name and on my name, pal. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no way because honestly, I mean, it's your thing. You know what I mean? It's your decision. Like, I mean, like, I don't know what you trying to prove. Like, brother, I care because I still care about you. I care about everyone. I got love for everyone, man. I hope that you make better decisions. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean? It hurts to see someone that I used to think was a friend and we was cool, you know, go down this road, just like with all these people, you know. But you know what? Yeah, it hurts. I'm man enough to admit it hurts. But guess what? I'm human and strong enough to admit what I feel, and you're not. Actually, you don't have any feelings. That's your entire problem. See, none of these folks are justified. They're not good people. They're wicked and evil. So what do you mean? I mean, if wicked and evil was so great and it won, why are you poor, living off the strength of everyone? You're basically homeless, let's get real. And you're worried about me all the time and my success, and you got to watch me and fabricate your views. You don't get any views. You don't have any subs. Everything is fake, and you paid for everything over there, just like everything around you. I mean, the fact is that your what is fake. Ha, so what do you mean? Come on, boy. Don't play these games, man. You know what I mean? You feel so strongly, like, what's up, man? Like, that's what's crazy. And then you got to come around and be disingenuous and can't even say how you feel. I'm a grown man. Like, I already said what it is. Like, nah, we ain't talking about nothing. What are you talking about? I don't know why anyone like that would come around me. I'm not trying to talk to you. You said how you feel, man. Go make your memes, you know, because that really matters and anyone cares. Come on, dude. You're like, come on, just say what it is, man. You want me angry because you upset as hell at my success because my life beautiful and I'm doing well. How's yours going? Homie, what you mean, huh? Yeah, see, for folks got me confused and misconstrued, man. These folks is all bitter and want to hold on to stuff, and it's all stuff they did. That's what they do. They're going to wrong you every which way but sundown, then sit there and project and act like you're the problem. I'm not the problem. These folks have been the problem since day one. I was the solution and still am. You understand? I don't care what they do or say. None of them. I was nothing but nice to these people. Half these folks owe me money who are doing this illegal activity and are part of these underground illegal organizations. I have dated women that are part of these underground illegal organizations and they still owe me $10. I got a Cash App, PayPal, and a Venmo. Send me my money. What do you mean? This is completely personal. What are you talking about? Excuse me? Want to go online and completely slander my name and lie about who I am and think it matters and then go out your way to try to block any blessing I'm possibly going to get and accomplish nothing, and you ain't learned yet, lady? I'm sorry, but what? All 3 feet of you? That made sense? When I was nothing but good to you, bought you Taco Bell, said you didn't have to do that. What does that mean? Took you to breakfast, you take a fake phone call and won't eat any of the meal when you clearly need to eat. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, what do you mean? So the guy who's nice to him and tries to take care of him and be a good person, oh, I'm the bad guy? Man, these people are backwards, homie. You kidding me? Think I care about that nonsense? Come on, man. All these folks trying to front like they tough, like they somebody in prison and stuff. Like, if y'all going in and out of prison, it's because you got nothing going on for yourself. That's what it is. You ain't fooling nobody, homie. Actually, you want to talk about that? What do you mean? Like, there ain't nothing tougher than me, and I don't have to go to prison to prove I'm tough. Going to prison don't make you tough. It just means you lost. It means you got caught. Probably means you made a mistake. I mean, there's some situations where you could be tough for going there, but it ain't y'all. It ain't your stories. So what do you mean? All you show is you can't control your emotional state. You have nothing going on. You don't care about anything. You don't have any responsibilities. You're not grown, but you are grown. You can't just act like a grown adult like us and everybody else. Right? Come on, man. I've had all these folks, they got deep insecurities. They think their insecurities are going to, like, affect me. Why? Those are your insecurities. This is the whole deal. Like, most of this stuff came from the so-called women. For what purpose? Why are people hating so hard? Why? What did I do to anyone? Nothing. I've done nothing to any of these people. I've been nothing but nice. These people owe me money. I took care of these people. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, but what? People came to me for money with their hands out. People wouldn't have a home if it wasn't for me. None of these people would have anything. They had their hands out. They didn't work for anything. My father did and I did. I'm the one who did everything. I've worked hard all these years. I provided and supported these people. I took care of them when they were sick. What are you talking about, man? Who is you talking to? See, that's the problem, bro. When you're talking to somebody who really, really got it like that and really made and spent more money than your entire government, and you want to sit here and take my name and try to paint it some other way? Boy, yeah, right. Like, that's going to work. That's the silliest thing I ever heard, homie. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. And you just put me in a position where I'm getting busy for free and I'm Gucci. Where I could do whatever I want and say whatever I want. Thank you. That's what I earned and what I did all this for my freedom, like I told you, pal. Yeah, freedom ain't free? That's fine. Freedom for me is free because I earned it, so I am free. What about you, Penguin? What about all y'all, huh? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, it's funny, is what it is. It's really funny, man. It's funny that they really felt like they was doing something. You mean by taking the cop out? You mean by doing a bunch of stuff behind closed doors that make no sense and is corrupt and evil and cowardly? I mean, I'm sorry, but what? What did you expect to gain? You thought God didn't see? God sees everything, so that's what I'm saying. These folks that I keep on winning against, to be honest, I mean, God sees all. He sees all the sneaky stuff you just tried to do, everything you did. I mean, come on, bro. Trying to take advantage. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, God sees all of it, bro. Like, you understand? So, I mean, they be walking around, like I said, and everything is just falling apart for them. Just because they met me. You know what I mean? And they just can't figure it out. Why is nothing working out for me? Well, what did you do? Couldn't mind your business, huh? Right? Grown men can't mind your business. Come on, man. You don't work at little rinky-dink establishments. You're not rich. You don't have what I have. You never come anywhere close to me. You're not a gangster. Like, why are you going to be that opportunistic? Like, why? It's always someone like that, too. It's always some 3-foot-tall dude that wants to come out of nowhere and pretend he's tough when you have nothing to do with it. I don't understand that. I need that explained to me, bro. You know what I mean? How do you do stuff and have no accountability and then want to run away from the issue and run away from the things you've done? That's what they do. Run away. I don't understand that. Like, I'm not the one who's running, bro. I ain't never run from nothing in my entire life, bro. I've stood my ground I made a name for myself in the valley for standing my ground. You know what I mean? That's how I made my name, was defeating cartel. What are you talking about? These folks is funny, man. You don't know anything that's happened. You don't know me. Like, come on, bro. Folks want to talk about me? You kidding me, bro? The people know who I am, man. They be talking about me like, yeah, Sneed did this. Sneed did that. Look, Sneed made another move. Sneed's a real G. Like I said, I go into the restaurant. Would you like some more crumpets, Mr. Sneed? We want to make sure we keep you in a good mood. That's who I am. You know? See, that's the difference. I do it cleanly. I do it smooth. You know, I know what I'm doing. My career's going perfect. My career's smooth as hell. I could be reading a newspaper like my father, right? With my leg up, just chilling, and run the streets and run the entire world. I'm the organization, baby. I run the streets. People follow me. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. And like I said, all them folks in Austin, to be frank, they're going to stand up for me without me asking. I don't even talk to nobody. You know what I mean? I'm pretty positive that they'll handle all that. God's going to handle all that. Real talk. I'm not even worried. You know what I mean? Real talk. You think that all these folks don't see what's going on a little bit? Come on, homie. You know what I mean? Wait till they figure it out, too, considering that they've already been winning. We've all been getting W's. I'm for the streets, man. I'm with the street dudes. That's what you don't get. I'm for the streets. I'm for the people. I can't go wrong because I'm for the people. Whatever I go through, that's fine, but the people still will have my back. That's what you don't get. And these folks are not for the people, and they be right in front of us. So when is that going to be addressed? See, that's the thing. Folks need to start figuring out who's who and stand up. Quit putting up with stuff. Quit tolerating this nonsense. Like me. Follow my lead. You feel me? Real talk. Like he said, lead the world into the ways of the man. Follow me. Right? Follow me, man. You know what I mean? I'm the seed of man. I'm the son of man. And I'm the son of God. For real. I ain't playing about nothing. I'm the Messiah. Yeah, real second coming, boss. You understand? See, that's the difference. That's why nothing can stop me. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Can you imagine? You should hear the way these folks be talking about me. Imagine how they talk about me when I'm not around. You know what I mean? Real talk. Man, I can't believe it, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, somebody thought that they was really going to get past all of these rules and, G code. No. No, pumpkin, doesn't work that way. I don't care if you weigh 400 pounds. It doesn't work that way, pumpkin. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's good. It's all good, though. They know now. Right? Want to sit there in front. I'm going to go lie. Yeah, that's what you and everyone you know, right? That's what you folks have been doing since the beginning of time, lying. That's exactly why you're in that position. You think I care about what you say? You think I want to be in your position? Look at you. You kidding me? Come on, man. You know a celebrity when you see one. You felt some way, you could have said it. Don't try to talk to me like I'm not me. Is you crazy? Oh wait, I know the answer to that question, so I can't ask it. Come on, homie. These folks are funny, man. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, you funny. That's what you are. You hilarious, man. Like, can you imagine, bro? I operate above the feds, homie. Do you understand? I could do whatever I want. Whatever I want, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. You know I'm going to get the W anyway. You might as well just give it to me. Just cut me a check or something. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. We could squash it behind the scenes. Feel me? Real talk. Just cut me a check. You know what I mean? Send me some money. You know what I mean? Real talk. I got a Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. Just pay me. You know what I mean? It'll all go away if you pay me. How about that? Real talk. You know what I mean? Because if not, I don't got to say anything. I don't got to spell it out. Because I can do what I want because I operate above the Fed. See, that's what you don't get. I shut down illegal establishments for a living, partner. You don't get it. See, that's the thing. These folks think buildings and all this and walls and doors matter. Not when you operate above the Feds. No, actually, they don't. I'm just telling you the truth. Nope. I can go anywhere I want and I can go in anywhere I want. Literally. Not joking. Yes. That's the whole point of this, was to become a ninja and a samurai that can walk through walls. Okay? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to win anyway. I'm going to get the W no matter what in my time when I feel like it. That's the thing. I'm very patient. I'm like these cats. I play with my what? I like to play with my food. You understand? Real talk. You folks vastly underestimate me, partner. Yeah, just cut me a check, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you can't do that. You're not professional enough. Just send me some money, you know? Real talk. It'll all be good. Just send me some money. I got a Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm not even joking. I'm not playing with you. This is real talk. Send me some money. But I know you're not going to do that because you probably don't have any. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you will. I don't know. I could care less, man. You know, that's what them villains going to have to start doing. They're going to have to start paying me. They're going to have to start paying, for real. I think that sounds about right. I think villains should start paying Batman to stay away from him. Real talk. I think that makes about sense. I think that's where we're at now. Yeah, actually. How about that? I got a Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo, man. Just go ahead and pay me. See, you folks don't get it. I'm barely getting started. I am not the illusion you wanted to create. Trust me, I'm the polar opposite, in fact. Yeah, you still think I'm a nice sweetheart, don't you? Okay, that's cute. You know. Oh my goodness, man. I'm like the Easter bunny, but like on a whole nother level. Like, you have no idea. Real talk. And the funny thing is my gift basket, it's always a surprise. You know? You'd have no clue, bro. You have no clue, man. You know? Like, these folks are funny as hell. You know? Like, the Easter bunny, if he was a werewolf, is more like it. Like, real talk. Are you kidding me? Like, but it's all good, man. Like I said, like, these folks don't get, like, that's why I'm like, the more the merrier. Like, I don't care about any of that, because my deal is I'm going to figure out who's who. I'm going to find out who that is next. You understand? And it is what it is. Like, the story just continues and continues. I'm okay with it, man. Like, real talk. That's what you don't get. Like, I'm okay. Like, I understand that folks can't ever just, stand up on their own. They always got to go run and get help. You notice that? Me, I ain't never had nobody to run and get, so I never did, and I never thought that I needed to be honest. I handled all my own stuff. My own father told me straight up, he said, I'm not going to what your own what for you. He said, you're going to have to stand up on your own, but he did a lot for me, and he was there, you know what I'm saying? But he told me, and I'm glad he told me that, because that was the only way I was going to learn. And trust me, it was discouraging as hell when he told me that, and it was hard, but he was doing it out of love is the way I see it. No, you're going to have to learn. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. So, I mean, like I said, I don't run to nobody for my problems. I stand up. That's the difference. These folks are shook. I run these streets. I'm not just talking. Okay? And I'm barely getting started. See, these folks will think they won something. Come on, bro. You don't really believe what you're saying. That's the problem. You know you didn't win. Come on, man. By myself. Dolo. Are you kidding me? Like I said, man, just wait, wait till we get this money. Wait till I don't have a huge backpack on my back and my vest is not caught in the bag where I can actually see and move. Wait till we get this stuff right and we build these bat suits properly. Come on, man. Folks, it's funny, man. You know what I mean? Real talk. Like, come on, bro. Like, next time you see me, I'm going to probably pull up in a whole Batmobile, and throw money out the window. Real talk. You have no clue, bro. You know what I mean? You don't get how I move, man. I'm rolling with God, man. When you really with God, it's a whole other story. Them folks so evil and wicked and selfish, they want to talk about God now because they see how blessed I am. because they just want money. Yeah, God sees all. He ain't going to have none of that. Like, if your intentions aren't pure, every time he's going to teach a lesson. I'm going to keep it real with you. See, God don't play no games like me. You want to play games, God teaches a lesson. That's what you don't get. My God is he's a powerful God. He's a compassionate God. He's a good, loving God. He's amazing, and he's perfect. But he's also a vengeful God, just like me, because he has to be. You understand? Because if not, folks will never learn, right? Sounds a lot like me, don't it? Maybe that's why I'm the vessel he chose and the vessel he's using to enact justice and to inflict what? Come on, man. These folks is funny, honey. You know? Well, like I said, man, let them do what they do, you know what I mean? But I think it's funny, man, because I'm winning all across the board. And he's still blessing me. He blesses me nonstop. God will never stop blessing me, man. I'm God's favorite. So, I mean, like I said, I couldn't be in a better position. I couldn't. You know? All I'm waiting on is God. I'm waiting on God for the money. A little bit more money. I think it's going to be a lot more. It's in all the readings that I'm coming back, bouncing back as a millionaire, like cash. And it said this is a game changer. Like, hell yeah, it'll be a game changer because it'll enable me to do what I need to do, and it'll enable me to live my life the way I really want to again. And I still want to do this career, though. I want to do it the right way. I want to stand up for what's right. But that's the thing. Like, that's why the legend is what it is, because I told you I'm the prophecy. So the legend is that he has all this money, and he doesn't have to do any of this, but he puts it all on the line so he can save people's lives and help people, and that's what I do. I've been doing it the entire time when I didn't have any money. So when I get money, yeah, I'm going to still continue my career. I'm going to still do all the real stuff. You know what I mean? Like, forget Robin Hood. You know, he supposedly took money and gave it to the poor or whatever, and that's cool. It's a great concept. I'm with it, but, you know, you know, isn't that somewhat kind of what I'm doing? On a little degree? I mean, I'm doing something a little different. I mean, I'm bringing justice. I'm changing things where there was no justice in the environment. I'm bringing justice. I'm bringing truth. I'm changing the whole status quo and the whole system around. I'm telling you, man, that you know, the people, they look at me, they look powerless. They don't even know what to do. NYPD looked at me powerless. I mean, I went 0 to 100. I turned up. I said, we operate above the feds. Right there on the block in New York. You remember when that homie that weighed like 600 pounds was trying to talk and run his mouth? You heard what he said, right? Oh, he didn't like me being out there, so he wanted to say something. I turned the camera off immediately and addressed that. You remember? NYPD, there was 2 of them out there. I think they were women too, and one of them looked like she was like 250 pounds. She was a big one. And I literally yelled out, I said, we operate above the feds. I'll do what I want to do. And she put her head down and didn't say nothing. Just so you know. That's the guy you're talking to. So, I mean, you know, NYPD, quite frankly, they're not strong enough. I'm going to keep it real. Honestly, none of the people and none of the corrupt are strong enough. They can't stop what I'm doing. No, they can't, and they can't stop me. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm too strong. I don't have to listen to them. Real talk, I don't. There's not much they can really do at this point. I've become a very powerful figure. I'm too strong. And I'm not talking about only physically. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, emotionally, just everything. The fact that I'm willing to do whatever it takes and put it all on the line for God and to do God's will, that's why I can't be stopped, because I follow God. So I'm telling you the truth. I'm giving you the street report. Y'all want to know, I'm sure, right? I'm telling you the truth. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's crazy. It's crazy to me that folks can't stand on their own. That's all that's crazy to me. It's crazy to me the way that folks act and the way they talk, and it's inexcusable. And there's no reason for it. But like I said, folks make their own decisions, you know? It's just like anything. It's like when I'm playing street ball. I go off my opponent. So whatever my opponent do, I got to change how I react and what I do next, right? That's not my fault. If folks would make better decisions, I wouldn't have to make my counter decision. Because I'm playing the game and I'm playing for keeps. Believe that. You understand? Milky. Milky. delicious milky. Like I said, I'll go to your block and have milky time. And no, I'm not kidding. Just like I did in New York, you know? So, yeah, I got a sense of humor and all that, but I'm the real deal. I'm the Don Dada. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, like, man, let these folks pretend. Let them do what they want. Let them pretend. Like I said, I mean, the only way you pretend it is because I've been broke and poor and struggling. I can admit it. I mean, because I put all my money into, you know, the Batman project. I mean, I could have had a little bit of dough. I've invested it to expand my business. But that was pretty smart, right? Because now I'm building consistency again that might really be consistent. I'm trying to get over that $100 threshold every month now because they pay out every other month, 21st through 26th. So if I get over that $100 threshold every month, I'll have a check come the month after that every single month. I believe, right? So like this month, I'm going to get over it. I refuse to lose. I'm going to get over that threshold, and I hope they don't try to play their games and convenient fake stuff and lie about the numbers as usual, right? Which is part of why I'm on here talking to you right now, because I refuse to lose. I will not give them an excuse because they will take it, okay? Just like they're who targeted me, they're who tried to stop me too. This is all corporate America. All these companies are involved. So again, it's July 28th. You got 29th, 30. I might not even sleep. I don't know. Like I've got so much running through my mind and so much I'm trying to do right now. It's unbelievable. So, you know, July 28th, right? You got 29, 30, 31st. You got about 3 days, right? 3 days. I mean, and we're already over, I think, like 96 or something like that bucks. Come on, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, in other words, if I can get over that $100 threshold before the end of this month, I'll have a check coming August 21st through 26th for over 100 something, right? Whatever I finish at, right? So if I don't waste any time and I go hard as hell the minute this next month starts, I feel like the pay cycle waits too long and it takes longer because I feel like it's all rigged and manipulated against me and they're not trying to help me or pay me, and I think that they've taken money out of my checks personally. I do, and I think they're going to have to compensate me in court. That's just my belief, but I think it's tons of money too, and they're going to have to pay me settlements in court that are millions anyway. 100%, yes they will. YouTube and Google. So moving forward, I mean, I got to get this consistency and maintain this consistency so that I can get to the next level, okay? Because if I could produce a check, so let's say I get that check in August, that'll come in August, right? If I get over that $100 threshold. So then if August rolls around and I get over the $100 threshold before the end of the month in August, which would be amazing, and I think I've done it like twice so far. I don't know about in the past if maybe I have, because I've made check after check after check after check on here. Check it. You know what I mean? So the point is, if I do that, right? I mean, if I get over the $100 threshold before the end of August, I think they got to cut me another check, 21st to 26th of whatever month is after August. What is it? I believe September. Isn't that what it is? I don't know the calendar that well. August, I believe, September, October, November, right? So then I get a check September. You see my point? So that's the point. Like this next month, I want to go hard as possible because I want to be able to create another check every single month. That way I'm getting paid out technically every month. You understand what I'm saying? Because it'll pay out the month after you reach the $100 threshold. So if I do that every month, well, then they'll have to pay me out every month, I believe, right? So that's my goal right now. You know, so if I could do that, then I'll have built consistency again and maintain consistency with my business, which I've had before, right? And, you know, read in a week, these folks will have to see the results and see the success that's been happening this entire time. Like I said, that's the only reason folks are fronting, because they know that I don't have the financial resources right now. I haven't for this entire, 3.5 years? You know what I mean? I think it's been like 4 or 5, maybe 6 years since I've had a whole bunch of money. I can't remember. I don't know if it's been that long, but it's been at least 3, 4 to 5 to 6 years. It's been a minute since I really had some dough. I had quite a bit of money when I was in Green Bay because I was working for all of it, but I invested it, and then that stock just did what it did, and it didn't win. But I also pulled my money out in time, so I didn't lose really anything. I don't take losses. That's what people don't get. I'm a stock market expert for real. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't lose anything. I just pulled out, lived my life, and then whatever, and moved on. You know, but that stock didn't win, and I was losing money when I was, like, in jail, and I was losing money when I was moving around here. So that was all it was. I didn't lose much in the general scheme of things. I mean, in the truth, maybe $1,000, maybe a couple of grand, maybe, but I think that's just what it said on the thing. I don't think that's what I don't really think I lost much of anything. Maybe I might have lost some of it, yeah, because it went down. I mean, but that's not really that much in the general scheme of things, and in life, a couple of G's, and that's just because of I was in jail or whatever, or I was going through this, so I didn't have any access to the account, so I could, and I was hoping it would go up. That was the risk I was taking. Had it gone up, I'd be filthy rich. So, I mean, it's a risk worth taking, right? So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You lose a couple of G's, taking a risk on something, hoping it works. And the fact that it didn't work means, I mean, how are we going to have a future? Because that was all about, like grain farms and indoor farms. How are we going to have any vegetables or food to eat if we don't have a successful indoor farm? Just asking. I could open my own business doing that, on top of everything else I'm doing. So, I mean, like I said, I can run these companies better than anybody. I should be made the CEO of a company. I mean, I'm a genius. I'm literally built for business. I mean, I'm a financial connoisseur. I'm a linguistic master. I'm a communications expert. I mean, I can be a master manipulator when I want, and I'm an empath. I can influence people to do whatever the hell I want when I want them to, basically. I mean, I pull Jedi mind tricks on folks. I mean, this is the actual truth. So, I mean, why do you think they used to talk about it in the depictions? They'd be like, Batman is this big narcissist. That's what the villains try to make up, right? They tried to go with that story as if that's going to work. And they said it's a narcissistic paradigm with the villains, right? Where he comes around and this and that. And like, that's cool. I'll go with that. But again, it's just not the truth because I'm an empath. What it is that the narcissists are just all attracted to my energy because I'm an empath. You see my point? So it has nothing to do with narcissism. The villains are the narcissists. Why do you think they're villains? You get my point? Like, it is what it is. I know what all that stuff has to do with for real, which is demonic possession. All of it has to do with that. Mm-hmm. All of that stuff. Mm-hmm. So, moving forward, I mean, like I said, man, these folks don't get, like, I could walk away anytime I want and just go back to my normal life and, be the snob that I am, and be bougie. But it's not really what I want to do, I want to buckle down. I want to go harder. I want to get tougher. I want to get stronger. I want to keep training. I've trained nonstop this entire 3.5 years. I've worked nonstop. I've gotten busy in the street. You don't even know how many stripes I got in just these last 3.5 years. I've accomplished a lot. The entire time I've been active and getting busy, literally. So, I mean, I've got stripes nonstop this full 3.5 years. I'm very proud of myself. God told me today He's proud of me. I put that on the community wall, divine confirmation. Thank you, God. I love you. God is very proud of me. And I'm doing God's will and God's work, and people are recognizing it. And like I said, they help me out. They do me a lot of favors because of it. Because I don't stop and I'm relentless. And I'm willing to pay any price and any cost behind this. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Evil folks, like I said, it's always out of fear, man. It's always cowardly. All their moves are cowardly. Their energy is fear-based, and it just doesn't work with love, And everything they've done, honestly, like I said, I took the W on. It's nothing to brag about. What they've done is weak. That's what I'm saying. Folks can't even stand on their own. What is that? So, I represent something huge. I represent a legacy that I've built. I represent the truth. I represent living in a vibration of love, which is what I teach. That's why they got Kanye West repeating my lines and my quotes, because I'm the center of history. They had him say that too, because they know I'm the center character of history. These folks are evil, man. I mean, they're evil on another level of evil and cowardly. I mean, it's nothing to brag about. The elites fear me. They know what it is. And, the elites are all these handlers and the ones that are dealing with Hollywood and the celebs and doing all this stuff concerning the celebrities. I'm here to try to save celebrities, too. I don't care if folks sold their soul. I'll still save them. I'm here to protect celebrities. Daniel Larson could hire me to be his security. I'm not joking about that. I'm liable to intervene and get involved concerning Daniel Larson at some point, whether he asks or not, just because I feel that he needs protection, if you want me to keep it a buck with you, honestly. I mean, for sure we're not going to sit here and just let Masons keep coming around Daniel Larson, because that's what was happening. They'd have their skull and bones on their t-shirt, and they'd come around and sit there playing with him, bothering him. We're not going to tolerate any of this. So, again, you have to understand, I mean, I could take a trip to Denver, Colorado when I want, which is another city that's definitely a goal here. All of them, man. Could be Oregon, Denver, Colorado, could be Florida, Georgia, ATL, We'll have to see, man. I really want to go to Boston, too, but I don't know. I want to go to Cali. I want to go to the West Coast, but I want to go to the West Coast with money. Point is, God already told me what it is. He's going to make me a millionaire. I believe in God's promise, just like I have this whole time. I trust God with my life and everything within it. And everything I have, I give to God. All glory and credit I give to God for everything I've ever done and accomplished. It's all because of God, and that's about it. I don't have any point to prove, man. These villains do, and in the process of them trying to prove the point, they're taking L's. Oh, it's too funny. It's hilarious, man. So, yeah, like I said, to me, it's just crazy, man. I don't want to live my whole life alone and lonely. I want to find my divine spouse. I want to find love. Like I said, any woman that want to talk to me or holler at me, I have a Cash App, PayPal, and a Venmo. They're more than welcome to hit me up. That's the only way to talk to me. You got to pay me to talk to me. I'm a celebrity, baby. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to talk to folks that I don't agree to talk to. And we know what's been going on this entire time. So that's what I'm saying. I ain't got no time for none of that. We ain't here for that. We're not tolerating it. It ain't happening. So now what? And now you know it's not. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, like I said, I do what I want to do. I'm a boss, and that's about it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, I'm free, I'm Gucci, I'm doing great in life, I'm winning, I'm standing up to corruption. These folks can't tell me a thing or what to do, they can't move me, I'm not talking to none of you, I'm not answering to you, I'm not doing nothing for you. This is what I do for a living. I'm completely serious about what I do, and I will not let anyone or anything get in the way or stop me from what I'm doing and doing God's will. You understand me? It's that simple. For I am the freight train, literally. So, other than that, I'm going to listen to that song right now, Joe Budden, Freight Train. It's a great song of his, one of my favorites in all of time. And it just reminds me of me so much. But, that's the thing. I think I want to get back to myself, probably listen to some music, memories. Got memories in Dallas listening to that. I used to live in Abrams. I used to live in Oak Cliff. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I got banned from that mall there, the upscale mall, because I was selling CDs with a blue do-rag on. I got that too. I got my blue do-rag and red do-rag. I got to clean those up. I want to get back to the soul and spirit of me, but I'm really looking at New Orleans, man. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm looking at New Orleans next. I remember when, all this fake stuff that they said something about stay out of New Orleans. Well, I'm not staying out of New Orleans. In fact, I might make it my new playground. Yeah. So, I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's really how they felt. Maybe, I'm guessing. I don't know if it's reverse psychology and maybe they want me to go there because they think whatever. I really could care less. None of these folks are on nothing. They vastly underestimate me. They have no idea who I am or who they're talking to. And again, I am top notch. I'm the cream of the crop and I operate very efficiently and I'm basically like the real James. I'm like James Bond. And built like that for real. So, I'm going to continue on my missions and continue doing what I'm doing and doing God's will. I'm going to continue to win. And these evil folks can just sit there and watch me win. They're all in a horrible mood because of it, and that's about it. So, these folks forget I am a financial boss and financial giant as well. And like I said, I already came up a little bit and a lot for where I was at because I didn't have nothing. I was struggling, and it is what it is, And it wasn't too long. It's just, like I said, all the money I got, I put into the Batman project. I'm going to continue to, but I'm doing things a different way now. I'm getting back to investing a little bit. We're going to build, man. We're going to do this regardless, but God is going to give me all the money, and that's what I'm saying. Like, no, you're going to see me pulling up in Austin and all these places and Batmobiles and stuff with money. You're going to see me on my Bruce Wayne stuff, and it's going to get them really mad. Like, I realize the best revenge is success and, your way of life and your lifestyle. So I think that's what God wants to do for me next. You know what I mean? Because, I'm still better off than all these folks, but I have a lot of problems and issues that have nothing to do with me. And, I'm nowhere near that point right now. I used to be, so I think God's going to do that for me. I don't think I know. I don't, like I said, I don't doubt God for a second, and I believe in God's promise. Always. Whatever God tells me He's going to do for me, He's going to do. So I know that He's going to make me rich. He's going to give me just everything better. You know what I mean? He's going to build up everything and upgrade me. You know what I mean? So, it's crazy to me that all these folks want to talk it, but they're not living it. They want to talk about it, but I'm the one who's actually living it and showing it how it's done. You want to upgrade, you have to do it a certain way. You want to win, you got to be pure in heart. It's just that simple. If you evil, you're going to never be rich. You might think you winning because you got a little bit of money. You're unhappy and miserable and empty. Folks will never get it, man. There's nothing in this world that's going to satisfy you. It's only God. So I don't know what to tell folks. That's the actual truth. And like I said, yeah, God is going to, upgrade everything. He's going to give me everything beautiful like he always has. I'm happy right now with what I got. And that's really where you have to get abundance mindset wise, is you have to be grateful for what you have. And that's the only way that you build true abundance and you get filthy rich, is by being grateful and thankful to God and truly appreciating what you already have. And I completely appreciate everything that I have and anything that I get. God taught me how to be grateful. And I was always grateful, but I really was, but I mean grateful on another level. And I mean, honestly, I can't say that. I think there was a lot of times when I wasn't that grateful, but it wasn't because I wasn't grateful. It was because I had so much going on, and people like Carly Fiorina, plotting and doing everything they were doing, so I had so much to deal with. So I didn't have time, or I felt like I didn't, to be grateful, because I was, having to do so much just to survive and get by and do what I need to do. So, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I mean, these folks have tried everything they can. They've done a lot of manipulation, and none of it's worked because God is real. So, like I said, I'm in the best position I could ever be in. Only going up from here. I'm going to continue to advance and build, and it is what it is. And I mean, the only way you do that is not being afraid to lose. I had to hit rock bottom for real to get to this point. I'm not afraid of rock bottom because I've been there. That's why I'm able to do my career so well, because I know what it feels like being at rock bottom. I made it my home. I got comfortable with it. See, folks don't get, I don't care. I don't care how low can you go. It's like that with me. I could care less, man. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. I don't care about your fake videos. I don't care what you record. I don't care about none of that. It's just about respect with me. You understand? None of it bothers me. I could care less, man. I think it's crazy that folks, you can see their mindset and see that they're just not good folks, that they have, that mentality and that intention behind what they do. They're immediate with it. I mean, these folks on social media, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so out of hand, it's unreal. Like, why do you always want to be there like, yeah, here's a chance to say something negative? That's the weakest thing I ever heard of, bro. Like, nah, that needs to be addressed too. You know what I mean? So what do you mean? So that's the thing, like, nah, bro, like, I'm going to start figuring out information. 100%, I want to know who these folks are. All these people who have such a strong opinion, but when I'm out in the world, they don't say nothing to me. You understand? Real convenient, ain't it? It's awfully convenient, right? You know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, let people do what they do. I'm a grown man. I try to be cool with everybody. I stay away from people because I know me. You know what I'm saying? I already know me, bro. Like, that's the thing. I don't really be getting along with people naturally. So I try to stay away from people because I'm like, you don't need these problems. You understand? For real. Like, I already know how I am. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that's the thing. Other people don't know me, but I know me. So I'm real patient, but trust me, I'm something different. All these folks wanted to copy me. Ain't none of these folks me. I'm going to say it again. If folks claim or think they're stronger than me, none of them are. That's proven, right? So you can't claim something that's proven on camera. So what do you mean? If you were stronger than me, you'd have built your own boxing league like me and be 10-0 in it like I am. You would have done what I've done. You'd be 1,000,000 in the street, man. Miss me with the petty stuff, bro. You would have built a career for yourself. You'd be known worldwide and be a public figure and be famous. But you know what? You just can't do it because you don't have the strength that I have. That's the reality. It's just like that 50 Cent track. I'm going to listen to that too right now. It said, these ain't strong enough. They money ain't long enough. That's me. That's my theme song right there. I'm going to keep it real with you. I used to listen to that in Florida. I was living in my truck in Florida. What are you talking about? I came into a bunch of money back then. I was all through Harlingen. Remember I gave the homie my Gucci bucket hat. Cost like $4, $5, $6 grand. Just gave it to him. Here you go. You kidding me? People love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I support the culture. I support people. I support humanity. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? That's the thing with me. What I do ain't got no label. Every type of people relate to me because I'm a real one. You know what I mean? This is not fabricated. This ain't me talking fake stuff. This is who I am, little homie. See, that's the difference. I'll never change. You understand? I'm not acting. These people are acting, bro. So, like I said, yeah, they acting and finding out. I mean, like I said, I'm pulling cards. That's what I'm doing. These folks think I'm a celebrity. I'm a gangster, like Eazy-E said. I ain't no celebrity. You know what I mean? But you go ahead and tell yourself what you want. Real talk. You keep thinking that. You know what I mean? Real talk. I'm a gangster on the block. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, play the celebrity part. I know I'm a celebrity. Like, don't get it twisted. I get it. You know, and I be trying to do that, you know, but a lot of folks don't want to let me do that. So it's like, it is what it is, you know? Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like I said, I'm a superstar regardless, man. You know, I didn't need Hollywood to make me a superstar. You know, I made myself a superstar. Matter of fact, God made me a superstar. You know what I mean? I've been a superstar my entire life, man. I got ignored. I got, you know, overlooked, and that's in the readings and downloads I was listening to today. These folks never did me no favors. They never helped me. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, I wasn't expecting it, but the fact that folks feel so strongly and feel like that, it tells me I'm doing everything right. I don't understand it to this day, and like I said, you could have just said that and had a conversation and been a man and walked away. But folks don't want to do that? Okay, no problem. I don't care, bro. Trust me, I do not care, bro. I'm 100% like real as it get. You feel me? So, like I said, another W, you want to keep it real. Like, I used to be a gangster rapper, and I still technically am. I'm going to get back into music, too. You want to keep it real? I feel very proud of my gangster record right now. Okay, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm winning because I've been winning. I feel like I'm proving who I am, and I feel like folks is having to recognize. I ain't hell well. This ain't New York. New York! This ain't New York. New York City! This ain't New York. This is Texas. You understand? It's a whole different ball game. Like I said, New York is nothing. It's all weakness. It's all fake. Just like I told you. So what do you mean? Just like he says, my friends in Chicago. This isn't Chicago. This is the Wild West. You understand? That's the truth. So you don't get it. You all still think this is a game. Brother, I could change this whole game we playing anytime I want, bro. My ancestors are the Wild, Wild West. That's what you're looking at. So all the stuff you're talking is hilarious because my folks is who made it and invented it. You know, that's what they don't get. What you don't understand is I'm going to keep it real with you, man. Like, I'm being nice right now doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to do this because this is the legal right way to do things, right? I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a buck, right? What homies don't understand, bro, like my people literally invented the Wild Wild West. My ancestors, like John Beale Snead, invented frontier justice, right? We are what you're talking about. So anything them little homies in Chicago talking about, my folks is who invented it. Do you understand? The stuff they want to rep because, well, they don't have it. They don't have hands. They're not about nothing. So they rep the same weak stuff all the time. That's weak. What they talking about is weak, right? So my point is just understand something, bro. I'm being nice right now because I always reserve the right to just go back to being me. Just so you know, I'm just saying. Yeah. In other words, I'm being nice. How do I put it? Like I'm being real fragile and nice. You know what I'm saying? Like with what I'm going to do in New York as far like I'm doing everything to help people and save lives. I'm being nice every day because I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm a West Texas, Wild Wild West actual legend. My whole family was outlaws. Okay? Like I can't even say what my ancestors actually were. You should know what it's called in the Wild Wild West. Who were the actual enforcers called? What did they do? What you don't get is that like I have that in my DNA. I can train to do that as well. Literally. Okay? So you gotta understand, like, I can't really lose. I could lose, but if I survive, I'm coming right back. That's what folks don't get. That's why I want to learn the mechanical engineering and all this other stuff and incorporate all these elements so I can build my own bat pods so that, because they're going to notice, they're going to be like, this guy's insane because no matter what happens concerning me or to me or with me or my bat pod, I'm coming right back on another one. It's not a matter of if I can, run these blocks in Chicago and restructure them and change every block. I mean, I'm talking manually. I'm talking about for real, homie. It's a matter of when. It's a matter of how long will it take. And it ain't going to take me too long. Because I'm a gangster. You see what I'm saying? I'm not acting. I'm not on what that Philly rapper was on that we got the best of. He's still sitting in prison because he ain't made the right decisions. Hello, Mikey T, the movie star. You're awfully quiet. By the way, you was involved and in the middle of those interviews with Domination with what happened with Maserati Fox, so I know what you is, and I've been knowing. He's another one running. Mikey T, the movie star, he's like 3 feet tall. You could take one look at him and see he got a habit. You could see what's going on with him. I don't forget nothing, little homie. See, that's the thing folks don't get. Folks think they overly important. Bro, you're one person, bro. There's 8 million of you. Okay? You don't know what I got going on. See, that's the thing. You got these folks, and I think they start to figure that out. I think they're like, wait a minute, he's sitting there going back and forth with everyone. Like, yeah. So if I'm not paying you no mind, hey, you're lucky, right? I don't feel that you're equator on my level because I'm not even acknowledging you. I'm like, bro, just come on, man. I'm looking out for you. Just keep moving. That's all you got to do. Just keep moving. Drive by. Real talk. Just drive on. Go on about your business. I don't have an issue. We're all right. That's what folks don't get. I be giving folks a pass. I be nice, man. I'm a nice guy. I be nice. You know what I mean? Like, you do some crazy, insane stuff with no respect. You know, folks want handouts. You know, I mean, I get it. I get it, man. Just move on about your business. I'm not mad. I don't feel any way. It's cool. You know, if folks would just say, hey, you know what? I messed up. I apologize. I'd be like, cool, bro. No problem. We good. That's it. See, folks be acting like you got to have all this other stuff and go back and forth. I'm not that type of person, bro. I'm a forgiving person. I forgave everyone. I had people try the worst with me my entire life and forgave everyone. What are they talking about? These folks do what they do because they think I'm weak because I'm forgiving. Come on, man. I don't have no issues at all. I'm not mad about nothing because I won. You understand? I won in Austin. I won here. I win everywhere. I won in Green Bay. I won with all my ex-girlfriends. I didn't take no L's. I didn't take no losses. And they didn't walk away with nothing that belonged to me. I'm happy because I won. Actually. Right? I won in life. I won in reality. I won with God. I won on YouTube. And I mean, when I say won with God, I mean God loves me. I earned my keep, man. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, why can't people act normal? Yeah, I'm a celebrity. That's what it is. So you should be nice. You should be paying me. Period. That's the only way you're going to go. You're going to act normal. We're going to make sure the world makes sense now. That's what we doing. You understand? So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I have no problems, bro. I'm good with everybody, bro. That's my thing. Like, all these people keep coming out the woodwork, like different people. Like, I know what that coming from. Like, what? Y'all be listening to like 84-year-old ladies, bro. Just that mad as hell because they just wish they was me. Like, that's crazy, bro. Y'all really listen to these people who known for lying and making no sense. Can't even think straight. Y'all funny, man. You know what I mean? Projecting because they miserable and unhappy. That's their problem. I don't know them. And my life has nothing to do with them. Straight up, they're not a part of my life. So what do you mean? That's the thing. Some people are so miserable they just want to live vicariously through you. That's what it is. They want to be a part of my life, and they ain't. And when I say no, they get mad. Like, no, I don't want to be your friend. Nothing. I don't want to talk to you. I don't know you. You're a stranger. You're clearly, you're clearly crazy. I'm crazy, not that kind of crazy. I'm perfectly sane. I'm not on that level of crazy, and I don't do crazy. I'm all right. See, that's the thing. Some people have shown me, like, I've realized, like that kind of crazy, I'm not trying to compete with that. You can have that. 100%, you win the crazy contest. Some crazies I'm not trying to match. I match energy. Don't get it twisted, and I match crazy, but not that kind. You can have that. I'm all right. So, like I said, I mean, I'm just a good dude. I'm a solid dude. I'm a real dude, and all I want to do is follow God and read the Bible and read the gospel and preach and help people, and I want to continue to do what I'm doing because it's making a huge change in the world, and it's helping people and it's saving lives. I am saving lives, and that's what matters. So, and I'm bettering humanity, but I really feel bad about New York, man. New York really needs my help, man. So if y'all want to help me, like I said, I have a Cash App, PayPal, and a Venmo. Anybody out there listening can help. Please, if you can donate any real money to help me, please do. I could try to see if I can maybe go back to New York and get an actual spot to do this. I do need to pay attention, though, to this outbreak and try to see when it stops. Hopefully it will stop and they'll get it under control. And, it's clear as day what that comes from. I already said it, but I need to go back to work in New York at some point. Yes, I just would like to have a vacation and some time, like quite a bit of time in between. I need the resources regardless, because we could do this in Los Angeles. I mean, we got to pick different cities. What people don't get is, you people you're living nice, comfortable, safe lives. I'm going out every night and I'm looking for problems and trauma. Like, straight up. For me. Like, that's what you don't get. Like, I'm living totally different than other people. Like, so that's the thing. Like, you've got a dude here who, I mean, I'm sure I would be considered crazy to most of you. You know, that's the thing. Like, you don't get, like, this stuff, like, all this other stuff that just happened. Oh, it just got me giddy. I mean, it got me excited. That's what you don't get. That's why in the depictions, he's, like, on the racetrack, and he messes the race car up, like, on purpose, and pulls the throttle out or whatever, and she's like, are you trying to whatever? And then the guy asks him, like, you know, what are you doing, like, racing or whatever? And he's like, he said, what did he say? He said, it keeps the whatever moving. And he said, so long as most of it blah, blah, blah. That's the funniest thing I ever heard. But he's, like, clearly a thrill seeker and kind of an adrenaline freak. And I'm kind of becoming the same thing, especially when it comes to stuff like this. Because I've been in it so much. I'm used to it. So I've become kind of comfortable in chaos. That's what people don't get. I need it. Because these folks fed me nothing but chaos nonstop for years, and you people let them. You didn't help me. The people didn't help me. Nobody did their job. Nobody cared. So cool. Now I'm comfortable in chaos. Matter of fact, I operate best within chaos. Under duress. Under what? Because that's all they ever did towards me. You understand what I'm saying? You all live a normal life. Y'all want to go eat pizza, and that's a good night to you. My good night is I want to win concerning criminals. Like, no joke. We're not the same. I'm not acting. Like, I'm messed up, bro. The hood messed me up, the ghetto messed me up, and y'all messed me up. Thank you. Now you created a monster. So now what? This is what happens. This is what I'm saying. That's why you have to watch how you treat folks. You got to treat human beings right, because if you don't, then you get this. You've now created a monster. It's all part of God's plan. To teach a lesson. That's what people don't get. I'm the master at teaching lessons. God uses me to teach lessons. Okay? So, you know, I let people talk, man. You know, let people believe what they want. Let them tell themselves what they want. None of you know me. You don't know a thing about me, and you vastly underestimate me. You have no idea what I'm on. Okay? Like I said, people could think what they want. I know what I am. I know what I'm on. You know what I mean? Real talk. I'm not talking. I know what I'm about. What I'm about is different than any other human. Real talk. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know? Like, I don't care, bro. I'm extreme on a level they couldn't even comprehend. I'm past extreme. Real talk. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't care. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, like, we live our lives differently. And even when I have all the money, I'm going to be the same thrill seeker. So it's like, you're going to see a lot of excitement on this channel. So get ready for that. You know? And that's it. You know? Like, we're all different, man. You know, people can make the decisions they want, and, you know, they have to live with them. And my deal is, I don't understand how they do what they do. I mean, y'all, it's evil as hell and wicked. I'm a good person. I have nothing on my conscience. I sleep good, and, you know, I've done nothing but help people. So I'm glad that I'm not them, man. These people have tried everything. They've tried to literally make everything impossible for me, and I'm glad that I stood up and I never put up with nothing. I'm glad that I stood up for myself, and I continue to. I'm glad that I've made a stand. I'm glad that I've won. I didn't just sit there and do nothing, because had I done nothing, I would have nothing. But because I stood up, I'm in a great position now. So thank you, God, for sticking with me through all of it. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you to my Father. Thank you to everyone who's helped me along the way. Nothing but love for everybody. And that's it, man. Like I said, I forgive everybody and move forward, man. I forgave everybody every day, every time. I said the same thing on here every time, you know what I mean? So some folks just, you know, got to learn, you know what I mean? And that's what God does. He teaches lessons. You know what I mean? That's what life's about. So, like I said, you know, I'm doing things the way I'm supposed to. I'm learning and evolving. I don't want to be nothing like those people. They can have all that. See, that's their energy. They want to be bitter and miserable and envious and jealous and unhappy. Let them be it. They want to stare at their computer, mad as hell at their computer to the point they're like Superman with laser eyes. That's their problem. It's too funny. For real. All right. So like I said, on that note, I'll talk to y'all in a minute, boss. But yeah, no, I'm out here winning. I'm out here winning. Like I said, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and I just don't care about nothing. Like, I'm a goon for real. So like I said, I mean, nah, like, this is fun for me. Real talk, this is fun. See, they don't even know the animal they talking to. This is fun. All of this fun for me. You understand? So yeah, like I said, man, you know, They pretend, I know how to pretend too, so let folks do what they want, man. But other than that, like I said, I'm going to get going. I'll talk to you in a minute. Nothing but love. But we're going to get over this $100 threshold, baby. That's the main thing. Make sure we get that check coming next month. Maintain consistency that I built with this business. And we're going to get this show on the road. You know what I mean? Other than that, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? And other than that, I really wish that Groovy Jimmy would just leave his live streams up. It looked like he deleted his channel every 5 seconds and put it back up or something. I don't know how you do that. Maybe it's just an internet thing, but I'm tired of having to the only time I can see it is when I'm live. I need something to watch, bro. I mean, Rob Wax been kind of boring too. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's the thing. It's my entertainment, man. Come on, entertain me. Come on. So, like I said, no, we're going to keep on having fun. And that's the thing, man. These folks, it's been too long, man. I guess they needed a reminder. Folks forgot who they talking to and who I am completely. I'm a boss for real. I'm a G. I'm a gangster. And I do all the real thing. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Just like with that Fox. I said I run the streets. Remember you said, oh, no, you don't. Oh, well, I just proved I do. Thank you. Yep, and your folks helped me to prove the point. Thank you, Fox. Yeah, you're real smart. So, like I said, before we write checks we can't cash and say things, remember, some folks is real out here, just so you know. All right? Yeah, easy. So, yeah, like I said, that's what they do. They say delusional statements like that's a thing to do, wow. And then wonder why they don't have a business, but I do. Why they don't have any success, but I do. Why they still in the same industries and same brackets and tax brackets and everything and will never be rich and don't get blessed. Because people who try to block righteous, good people like me's blessings don't get blessed. God doesn't bless the wicked. Facts, homie. Yeah. Finax, you understand? Yeah, like I said, y'all gotta be in the same nonsense every day. You know how tiring that is? Just like all that fakeness and fake energy they on. You know how tiring that is? I wouldn't know because I ain't never been fake. Feel me? So like I said, let them do what they do. Like I said, the people gonna hold me down. The valley gonna take care of me because I took care of the valley. You understand? Other than that, like I said, folks show me a lot of love, but like I said, I feel the way I feel, man. I don't need to justify nothing, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that folks say, I'm going to send you money to your Venmo and then don't send me nothing. I don't like that, bro. I don't like when folks feel like they can play. I don't like that. I don't like when I tell a dude 3 times, yo, can you toss me a couple of bucks? I'm trying to make a living. I'm trying to just, get something to eat. And they can't even do that. Oh, yeah, I got you. And then don't give me nothing? Hell nah, bro. Like I said, nah, bro. Sometimes it's just time for justice, and like I said, God is going to continue to do what he do, and God told me what it is. He told me vengeance is mine. God is going to continue to do what he does and enact justice and teach lessons, so I ain't worried about nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say it again, I'm not with the Austin nonsense. I'm not with none of this nonsense. I want no parts of it. I'm moving forward, moving on to a bigger, better life and bigger, better things. I've proven my point. I've won all across the board, and that's it. So now, they can basically, and they can move on about their business. They got to watch me on these platforms. I don't want to ever come around again. For what? Why am I going to be around people that jealous of me, bro? You know what I mean? At some that, it was a wake-up call for me. It made me realize, okay, I really made it. See, I didn't know yet. And I was waiting on a memo kind of and a reminder and a note that you made it. I didn't know. I made it. I'm there, people. I'm a full-blown celebrity. I'm famous as hell, right? You know what I mean? And next, I'm going to be filthy rich again and have more money than I've ever had, way more than I've ever seen or touched. And I've touched a lot of money, huh? So, like I said, let folks do what they do. It is what it is. All right? So, yeah, like I said, that's the thing. I've never been about money, man. Like I said, money don't make me. I make money. Everything I do is spiritually, and it's with God through God. God provides for me. God is my provider. You know what I mean? So, like I said, look at the results I've accomplished with God. Look how much money I've actually made and spent with God. Look how he's covered every cost, every travel cost. When I was stranded, I had no way of getting back to Texas. He did that. He got me a trip all the way to New York. He got me a trip all the way to Akron, Ohio, and the trip back. God covered all that. I didn't have any of that money. Can you imagine? Imagine the difference between feeling distraught because you're stuck somewhere and having to deal with that every day and just forget about it and say, this is my new life. I have to live somewhere I've never been and don't live, and I'm not really happy here, and I got to deal with this nonsense. And then have God step in and say, nope, here's some more money, go to New York, do your thing, go to Akron, Ohio, and then come back. God loved me. Huh? You understand? See, that's the thing. These people know God loved me. That's why that penguin's so mad, because he know God loved me and he know Jesus Christ loved me. You understand? So, you can say what you like. I don't have to respond because, God responded a long time ago, pal. You feel me? Real talk. I think God is responding every day, actually. God holding me down. God loved me. You understand? Yeah, they get mad when I say that because they know it's true, just like I'm living good. You know what I mean? They should get mad when I say that, like 50 said, right? I'm living good. You understand? So how you doing? You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, let them do what they do. You know what I mean? 5:30 on my wrist got you pissed. You understand? These folks could never come close, man. Come on, homie. It's funny as hell, man. You understand? So yeah, like I said, I'm me. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Folks think I own something. Like, if I appear different to you, it's because I don't waste my energy when I'm talking to people. Especially people who ain't on my level. Ooh, for real. Oh, it's too funny. It is too funny. I'm bougie now. That's right. I'm bougie. So like I said, let them do what they do. You know what I mean? You see the company logo, you know what I mean? I might get that started too at some point, the clothing line again. I was meeting different folks, networking, like, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. But yeah, like I said, I want to do the West Coast. I want to do New Orleans, man. I feel like I could learn a lot of New Orleans, man. I might really do that. I might just, forget about the vest thing and stuff and just go on my own. I might have to make some phone calls and see. I'm thinking about really maybe doing that. That might be my next project and venture. You know what I mean? Because I would just end up rebuilding and I'd end up doing the same thing at some point. But I mean, really, it's about the developing stages and just learning and experiencing the place, But that's the thing. We want to have a good experience, I'm tired of them environments, man. It's hard being around so many people. I'm going to keep it real with you. That's my main thing. And I just need my privacy and my alone time. I really do. Like, that's important to me. That's something that all them places taught me. All them places and shelters taught me. I need that private alone time. Real talk. And I need time for just me and God. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. Them folks will talk all night, bro. They don't never sleep. Them folks just be talking. Like, that's crazy, bro. You're just going to talk all night when you know we're trying to sleep? I tell the staff they don't do anything. They just sit there like sit there and, I told them. Telling him doesn't change anything. So that's the same thing they do with the criminals. They don't change anything. Come on, man. Like, what? Come on, it is what it is. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a minute. Like I said, I'm winning, man. I'm winning all across the board. I'm really happy. I'm genuinely in a good mood right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there's always problems. There's things I'm going through, and I'm still in a good mood. And that's what life's about. Question is, what mood are you in? Because all of these people look mad as hell because I'm successful as it get, boy. That's right. So like I said, let them feel the way they feel, all right? For real. All right? Like I said, we'll be back, man. I'll talk to you in a minute, man. But yeah, like I said, other than that, like I said, the women can holler at me and talk to me. I need a woman in my life. Real talk. I need a woman that's going to get my mind off all this nonsense and get me back to being me. Real talk. That's what I know that's what I need. Other than that, I want to get back in touch with my roots. I want to get a cowboy hat, some cowboy boots. I want to go to Fort Worth, but I don't want to, stay in Fort Worth. That's the thing. All these places I want to go to, but I just want a vacation like I just did. Like, I just want to take trips. And that's the thing. I know every time I take a trip out, they mad because I'm traveling and they not because they can't. I'm just telling you the truth. It's not why I do it. You know what I mean? It's not why I do it at all, but I'm just saying I'm aware of it. Like, after the fact, like, thinking about it now, I'm like, yeah, they probably mad because I took another trip. Like, I'm going to stay taking trips. I'm going to stay, living life. I'm going to stay traveling. I'm going to stay expanding and building and growing. And that's the thing. My growth is what all the narcissists really mad at. Can't nobody outgrow me. I just keep on growing and evolving and developing. That's the thing. Like, any experience I have anywhere, it's part of my evolving and development. You think what I just went through was hard as hell, bro. I just didn't make a big deal about it, so you don't know, because I don't whine, I don't cry, I don't complain. These folks do. I'm a man, bro. I'm a straight gangster. They already know I'm emotionless, bro. Are you kidding me? I'm tough as hell, bro. Like, I just handled stuff that no one could handle like it was nothing and kept it quiet and kept moving. So, like I said, for me, nah, everything is a learning experience. You think stuff like that don't teach me something? That teaches me something for the future. It makes me tougher. It makes me stronger. It develops and builds me for the future because I'm doing God's will, and doing God's will ain't easy. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. Real talk. That's what these folks don't get. They be talking and talking all day like a teleprompter ain't saying nothing. Y'all talk too much. What results are you producing? See, that's my thing. Like, bro, I'm not with it, bro. I'm not with the people pretending they rich when they not. Like, do you know how many folks I just have to be around that act like they way above me when they're nowhere close? I'm richer than all them people. All of Austin? I'm richer than all of Austin right now. Equity, they would never come close. I'm richer than Warren Buffett, the illusion of that, the illusion of Donald Trump, all of them combined right now in equity. And I've made them spend more money than they'll ever see or dream of. That's my point. I'm the money. Literally, in reality, I have receipts for this stuff. So when I get around people and people want to front and pretend and the whole world is fugazi, I'm alright. That's what I'm saying. Austin is fake. I don't want to ever be in Austin. It's fake, man. I can't do fake, bro. I'm real. You understand? That's the only thing to be. See, that's the thing. They want you to convert like them. Why? Y'all millennials, bro. I ain't trying to be like that generation. I don't want to be anything like these new folks. This new stuff is crazy, man. It's a joke, bro. I'm old school as hell, bro. I'm a cowboy. Are you kidding me? I'm like my dad, bro. My dad would have never liked this stuff or fit in. He used to be driving and he'd be like, man, like they like that because they drive crazy and be all mad. He's like, they're that mad? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a normal dude. I'm a normal person. I'm a good person. I'm a country dude. I'm from Cameron, Calvert area originally on a ranch. Like, we say hi to people when they drive by or walk by. All these folks, like I said, they feel some way they have no reason to feel. I'm the most solid, good person you'll ever meet. I'll give you the shirt off my back. I help all the homeless. I've given them food, clothing, shelter. I do everything for everyone. Anyone who claim they feel some way about me, you could tell they're evil and wicked. I'm going to keep it a buck, straight up. You kidding me? Folks don't get, man, I started as a gangster rapper. I started in the street. I'm a street dude. You know what I mean? I've been getting busy my whole life. It ain't new. You understand? Like, real talk, bro. This ain't new. It's like I'm an immortal vampire, bro. I've been doing this stuff for eternities, homie. That's what people don't get. Like, it took me a long time to figure out who I was. Like, I'm happy. I'm celebrating. I'm not running around looking for any of this stuff. It's all these other people who feel some way, man, because I made it. That's not my fault. That's not my problem. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why they got that little smirk grin like, oh, that's like, you ain't going to hold me back? There ain't nothing you going to do or say that's going to hold me back. So what's the little fake grin about? You ain't happy? You're mad as hell. That's why I know all of them have that little demonic grin because that's that narcissism. That's why all of them stay drinking all the time. I ain't hearing nothing you talking about, bro. That's a crowd that I don't need to be around. See, you just reminded me of who I am. You understand? I don't play games and I'm a gangster and I'm bougie. I'm upper class. I'm high class. These folks never have come close to my actual tax bracket. None of them. Don't ever sit there and play. Are you kidding me? Like, what? Real talk, bro. All you did was remind me who the hell I am. That's what it said in the Joker video said, too. It said, all this stuff stopped because you remembered who you are. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, sometimes we have to go through experiences, even some that we may not understand or may not like, to wake us up and get us to understand things. I'm learning just like everybody else, but that's the thing. I'm learning. A lot of these folks, they stopped learning a long time ago. They grow stunted. They don't know how to grow. That's why they mad at me. I grow every day. I evolve. I come on here, I educate the public. You understand? I've been doing this stuff for almost 2 decades, homie. It ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I might make some music. I'll get back into gangster rap. Like, real talk. I got my headphones right here. I just had them a second ago. Let me grab them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get my headphones going, man. I got the charger in the bag and everything. Homie, what you talking about? Like, this stuff showed me how to really live. It showed me how to do what I love to do. It showed me how to move. Got pink headphones, too. I like pink. I don't care how you feel about it. You may think that's funny that I like pink. I chose pink headphones. I think they're pretty and beautiful, and I like them. You know what I mean? Real talk. They're awesome. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, like I said, people can feel any way they feel, man. I could care less. You understand? The thing is, you ain't never seen me deflect, project, lie, pretend, run away from nothing. You've seen every action I ever took was brave, and I'm a brave heart. You ain't never seen somebody like me, pal. So just get real, man. You gonna talk about me, say the truth, man. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. All that other stuff, like I said, folks is opportunistic, man. That's that opportunist stuff, and they're opportunist about they trying to look for windows of opportunity to what? They want to drag me down. They mad because I made it. So, nah, I just peep game. I pay attention. I know there's haters everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm seeing demons everywhere. Remember? I know you're watching me, homie, I don't care. Remember? It was one of my singles. It was an actual track. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sung it a little different back in the day. Remember I was in the Embassy Suites with the mic and everything and all the money? I recorded that when I had like over $250,000 in the bank, or quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, homie. Can't be serious, man. These folks have never been like us, bro. You know what I mean? Living in the embassy suites. Folks ain't never moved like us. Folks is all jealous. Like, okay. I mean, you act like I still got money like that. I ain't had money like that in years. Probably in over a decade, if not more. I mean, you know, like I said, I had over $300,000 in the bank. I sold a 50-acre property for over $100K. I was in Vegas with over $60,000. I mean, I've had an amazing run. I've made millions every year consecutively independently. I've made rack after rack after racks after racks after racks on top of racks. On top of that, and the whole time. I never stopped making money. These people have seen me build my own businesses, build stuff online, build anything to make profit, like flip product. Like, they've seen me do it all, so of course they mad because they like, dude, he just does everything. That's how people look at me. They're like I've had ex-girlfriends that like, he never coughs. Like, golly, you mad because I don't cough much? Like, that's crazy, bro. And like, I just got over where all I was doing was coughing. Like, I'm human. You know, trust me, I'm human. Like, no, I've got horrible allergies. I've had a bunch of injuries in the past. I got issues you wouldn't want to have that you couldn't handle. You know, I go through stuff you couldn't even imagine. Are you kidding me? With all the physical stuff I've been through? I'm a beast, man. I'm the beast from the east, for real, homie. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, let them talk. Let them do what they do. Like I said, the thing over here is it ain't fabricated. See, I don't got to pretend to be nothing. I'm not out here trying to impress women. I get busy for real. I'm really a goon. I'm really an outlaw. That's the difference. See, I don't care what people say. Batman was an outlaw. That's what he was. So, like I said, I mean, you know, folks watch me. They love it. They love me, and they're going to keep on watching. You know, the thing about me is I didn't take no shortcuts. That's what people know about me. I didn't take no shortcuts. I went through all the horrible parts of everything. In fact, most of what I experienced was horrible. Non-stop. But my life's been beautiful. And God has blessed me so much. I've had so much beauty in my life, so much purpose. And that's the thing. I notice people without purpose are the ones who are mad at me. Get purpose. Find purpose. Find your purpose and find who you are. That's the only advice I can give. You know, like I said, I don't have any problems. Like, I don't understand why people is mad or why. I don't understand any of it because I'm pure in heart and I'm not like that. All these people made their own decisions. They felt the way they felt. I never wronged anyone. I've never tried to use anyone. I've never tried to take advantage. All this stuff was fabricated because people needed an excuse, I guess, to hate. You know what I mean? I've done everything right by everybody, so I don't get it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, any day people could just let go and be like, yo, bro, look, I'm sorry for how I've been acting. You right. You know what I mean? And that's it. I hope that, you know, we can be cool and move forward. And, you know what I mean? Like, even if we can't be friends no more, like, just, you know, we can be on good standards. Like, that's what I really want. Because I don't feel anyway. I have no issues with nothing. Like, you understand? Like, that's the thing. Like, nobody's come and asked me how I felt the entire time. Folks don't even know how to have a direct conversation. I be talking on here. Folks think I'm talking about them or to them. I'm talking to the public. I'm venting and talking about what I need to talk about, whatever's on my mind. That's it. These folks act like I'm doing something wrong because I'm doing everything right. Get like me. See, that's my problem. All these folks that failing, that church group failing, right? Throwing all their money away on Airbnbs. Right? These other folks in this other industry, they failing. Their business has been failing, right? They still working the same job for the last 6 years. I know if I go back there 6 years from now, they're going to be out in that same street. But I'm not. I don't got to do that petty stuff. I don't got to beg. I don't got to, you know, worry about, you know, if people contribute. I don't got to do none of that. I'm making mergers and business deals independently. My money didn't come from YouTube. Real talk. So what you mean? It's real business, homie. You know, get your weight up, not your hate up. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Like, people want to talk like, man, if you're going to talk, bro, say something that exists. That's all. Say something that makes sense. You understand? Because trust me, I'm going to talk. You listen to me, you're going to learn something. You want to learn how to really win in business, you listen to me. You want to learn how to win, listen to me. Unless you want to be on the losing team. Well, a lot of these women do. I've seen women do it all the time. These women have done it in the valley. I've seen big, strong dudes that, like, was all right dudes, solid, and, like, I've seen women, like, go with the dude that was 3 feet tall on purpose in front of them to make them mad. These so-called women is on some nonsense. That's what I'm saying. You don't do stuff like that. You don't live like that, period. They'll be lying. They'll lie straight to your face. Like, no, I just see the dirt that folks do. I see the truth, and I cover the harsh realities. That's why a lot of people mad. For what? Because I said the truth? That's why they'd be like, stop. Stop? Stop what? Saying the truth? No. But keep saying the truth, lady. That's your problem. You don't like hearing the truth. You know? See, that's the thing. Like, you think I haven't had my own relationships? You think I've never, like, had an argument? Come on, bro. Been through it all, man. You know what I mean? Been through it all, seen it all, man. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I live on a different level, a different vibration. I got to have somebody that match my energy. I got to have somebody that don't care about circumstances and surroundings like me. Like, that's the thing. I hear people, I don't know if one went by today and made some kind of comment. Like, you can feel any way you want. I didn't ask you for your opinion. I don't care about how anything I'm doing affects anything that you're talking about. I don't care. I didn't ask you. And on top of that, I'm running the world and literally protecting you out here and standing up for your civil rights and civil liberties. And you can't think to say anything positive? It's like folks saw me today with the tank top and the cape on. They want to laugh. Ain't nothing funny. I get it, like, you know, it's kind of funny looking a little bit for a little bit, but if you really think about it, like, I'm the real thing. That's all I need. It's a tank top and a cape. I'm the immortal vampire. I'm not playing. You understand? Like, that's the thing. Like, yeah, and I'm quick as hell and I'm strong as hell. So what do you mean? Ain't nothing funny. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, the public is a loop. They don't know what the hell they talking about or what they doing, and that's cool. I'm going to take advantage of it every time just like they do. You know, that's the thing, folks. Folks is going to help me regardless, man. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. The street's going to take care of me because I'm a street dude. See, that's the difference. So, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to be doing this till the end of time, thugging till the end of time like Pac said. You know what I mean? And like Pac did. You know, I'm going to give him his credit. You know what I mean? Regardless. I mean, you know what I mean? I hope he did. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like. You know what I mean? Come on, man. He didn't deserve what he went through, man, at all. He tried to help a lot of folks, man. He was a good dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, we've seen it too many times. I'm not in a position. I don't have a record deal. I'm not with a record label. Nobody control my money. If I want to release music right now, I might make a track right now. If I want to put out tracks right now, can't nobody tell me nothing. I run the music game, too. I went worldwide independently. These folks mad. I said I'm going to get everything on the back end. I ain't worried about it. What are you talking about? I can go buy websites right now. Go buy any website I want and revamp everything and recreate, release my same website that I own and created. It's going to go worldwide again. Because you don't have the flavor. Like Flavor Flav said, you ain't got the flavor. You ain't me. So you can't do what I do. You can't take anything I create because you ain't me. That's why I let folks waste their time. You're going to pay and waste your money for nonsense. I believe heaven and hell is something you create for yourself. Now look around. On that note, drops mic. I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Easy. Like I said, God is good. Yep. God is good. God is wonderful. God is great. God is love. And God loved me. All right? On that note, I'll talk to you later, man. Like I said, nothing but love and respect. All right? I'll talk to you in a minute. And positivity. Easy.